Red, go ahead and tell me what happened last time.
Uh, but basically, we're still dealing with the fallout of the bombing of the Kairos family in Lumen, as Amalia, of course, had uncovered Amelia had uncovered a conspiracy that she had spoken with the Lord Commander with, and everything else that pertains to that. As we met up at the secret ingredient, and we're making our way back towards dealing with the aftermath of everything that had followed, though not before we noticed someone else watching us. Someone familiar, as Hikmet caught this young girl, revealing her by Amelia to recognize her as a living heir of Kairos, having survived, I guess, the slaughter and death of her entire family. As even Scott was surprised to see her, as they tried to keep things, well, keep her life, her survival a secret, taking her back somewhere more secure and making sure not a lot of people notice her, even with Scott's enthusiasm. As they sat down to question her and ask her how she came to be outside of the blast zone, essentially. As Helga, who seems to not realize what she has lost at all, explained that, well, she didn't really want to go to the opera, or not the opera, but go and hang out with a family event, and seemed to always want to wander off. So she took the opportunity to do so, and, well, she heard the explosion but wasn't aware of what had happened and what it meant, and even sneaking back, wasn't able to understand what had been going on. And this entire time she'd been living out in the streets after the destruction of Kairos, essentially. As even with the question from both Scott and Amelia seemed to believe this wasn't a face dancer. At the very least, her tears were real, and knowing her own history and such with them, that using children isn't necessarily their MO, we'll say. Regardless, there was discussions about what to do, how to handle this. Best to keep it quiet because they know something has been going on and someone killed the Kairos family, and it's best this child isn't put in danger. And a couple possibilities. There is she does have a grandfather who would probably want to see her alive, but Scott seemed to think of some other plan. Maybe best not even to let him know and find a safe place for her to hide out, essentially, until they can be told. Best to let the grief be real for now until opportunity presents itself. It may mean that he may be pissed at him after a while, but in the long run, we'll think will be the best option. While that's going on, back in Yorth, Jeff also uncovered his own conspiracy, a paper trail of money laundering and, well, unknown debts and things like that, mostly in the hands of Helheim. But who exactly and why is still unknown, as he tried to find as many old documents he can, tried to understand exactly where it all lay down. And even reaching out to a contact, Mr. Goldman, who was surprised and, well, a bit appalled, we'll say, as thanked him for his ability to find out this little secret, and telling him that apparently there's a couple of ruffle feathers over here where Goldman's at, those who aren't too happy about this uncovering, and they're going to personally investigate it, basically saying that keep this on the down low, essentially, as they're going to send out their own people to audit this, as well as more likely the ruler of House Hollow will be showing up as well. Well, outside of that, and understand this may mean this is a bigger conspiracy than he can realize, Jeff also let Amelia know, the spy master, who was also surprised at the conspiracy, but understood with the secrecy of things. Told him to, if she found anything, just to come to her, and hopefully they can figure out what the hell's going on, essentially. While that's going on as well, and making our way back towards, Scott's home turf, we'll say, Amelia and Lady Alos had a bit of a conversation. A bit of a shoulder to cry on for Lady Alos's frustrations with her husband's fidelity. And, well, the sting of the betrayal, of course, being from her cousin, probably made it worse. And it seems she doesn't realize what Scott plans to also let her go off with them to do their little negotiations, we'll say. It'll probably make things a bit worse. Well, not wanting to put more eye on this one's whole thing, decide just to be a shoulder for her instead and let Scott hopefully tell her what's going to happen, essentially. Well, also right there, we also had a surprise, well, not a surprise visit, as we were told, but Lord Vodnik came by as well. Alexei Vodnik, a well-renowned hero, and seemed to have his own crowd of people with him, as he seemed to be more looking towards Lady Alos and Lord Alos more than anything else. As Hikmat also introduced herself to him, they seemed to get along for a moment, mostly in the sense that Rodnick seemed to see a chance for a sparring match opportunity here, and a bit of a small conversation about religious and, well, his own feelings in the matter and his passion for everything, as well as his dislike of Scott's, well, cheating on his partner, much to Hitmek's confusion. Regardless, he was more happy to prepare for a spar with Hikmat. And well, while he went off to go get permission for that, and Amelia and Hikmat had a conversation about war and loss and Hikmat's own religion and her experience and feelings on that, as her conversation with Lord Roddick sparked such a thing. And while Hikmat seemed to not wish for, well, this whole thing to end in a slaughter, maybe it's the price to pay for what her god intends, essentially. And Amelia seemed not wanting to go with that, with her own experience and those she had buried. And, well, Jeff also had another surprise, an order for a necklace demanded by Lord Alexi, not Alexi, sorry, Alos, Lord Alos, for not his wife. It seemed for another new paramour, at least from Jeff's point of view, as he decided to go to Lady Alos to let her know, mostly probably to get on her good side more than anything else, but it, of course, caused another stab wound to the heart for her, as she asked him to get rid of it. If her husband asked, just make up some excuse, but get rid of it altogether. As he did so. And, well, we did have our duel, eventually those coming with Lady Alos and a few others who were happy to see this match. And Amelia as well, though she moved to the back once she saw Lord Alos there with his own companion. Looks like Helga with wearing some robes and a darker hair color at the very least, but she knew exactly it was a daughter of Kairos there with him, as he seemed to be having his own plans in place. Regardless, the match between Alexi and Hikmat went, Alexi winning soundly, and of course everyone clapped as well. And of course, well, Alexi made it known his dislike for Scott's everything out loud, as he seemed to have noticed his friend was there, turning the attention towards him, as Helga's clapping had caught everyone's attention. And with that, well, Lady Ellis went up to her husband and slapped him soundly, stalking off in rage, as everyone watched in both surprise and shock from Lord Rodnick's words and her actions. And, well, Amelia used that chance to get Helga out of there, didn't want so many eyes on her, as she took her to a more secure room, and had a bit of a chat with Helga, who she tried to reassure that there was no issues necessarily that were her fault. This is something else going on with Lord Alos and Lady Alos that it doesn't come on her. Though as she spoke with the young girl, she came to a realization about some scheme that Lord Alos seems to be planning. Her hair is a particular shade that was familiar, as well as, well, another way to hide Helga's, to claim her as a bastard or someone else. And there's a few candidates that he could use, and more like will cause turmoil in different ways in his life, but we'll see what this ends up being. Though she was interrupted with a knock from Lady Cassius, who's looking for him, and she was able to, well, hopefully dodge that before she noticed the young girl in the room as well. And I believe as well there was Hikmat speaking with Alexi, saying seemingly having the same ideas of religion, or she believed at the very least, as same feelings that religion could be used as her own or similar to her own. It became very obvious that while he does seem to have some faith and his own experiences, it seemed Alexi seemed very much a moral high ground that goes against some of Hikmat's own ideals, or at least the way her people run their own things. Regardless, I think that's where it ended last. Conspiracies and all that coming together.
Yes. Well, who wants to go first?
I can always go first, Grant.
Well, I think you have the most pressing matter in your hands right now. Well, you will sleep in the room with you tonight, but your next move the next day.
Do you think I need to go speak with the Lord Alios?
I think, yeah, you need to do that. You know what? I assume you'll ask one of the guards, and
Yes.
they'll say they will send for the Lord. I'm not sure. you want to wait, because there's technically protocol around this, but you know the place enough, you can just go to his room yourself. Depending on how urgent you think that this situation is.
I think Amelia is willing to wait here because she doesn't want to run the risk of having to explain to anyone else. Why am I? What is the urgency that I would need to actually barge into his room for?
Listen, you normally sleeps alone. If he's in his room, that is. Yeah, no, listen. You'll wait in the main hall where the throne is, and where he takes counsel and listens to complaints and all. As about 30 minutes or so later, you'll kind of like see him arriving, as he looks like he literally just got out of bed. Morning, Amelia. How can I help you? Looks like he hasn't slept properly either.
Amelia will she'll say to him, "Well, I do believe I have a topic to discuss with you. Well, privately."
Yes, let's no, I always like fresh air, as he's gonna gesture one of the smaller balconies, and him can walk out there to be alone. And like overlooking the city as the sun is slowly rising in the distance. So, I was tangled up last night. Is the girl all right?
She's fine. Cassio's looking for her.
I know. That problem has been handled for now. There's only so much I can juggle at the same time. Apparently, you know, our new treasurer.
Yes.
He's very good at his job, isn't it? I didn't realize his job was reporting my wife.
Suppose financial irregularities are his job to notice. Though I suppose it's a question of who he reports to.
I believe I can spend my money on whatever I want. There was no financial irregularity. It was a gift meant for Lady Alkindis, and well, you can see how that spiraled, and now I have to handle both her and her cousin at the same time. And not in the fun way.
I can imagine. What is your future goal and plan with the girl?
We're safe. To be honest, I haven't thought more about more than that. Like lazily rubs his eyes.
And what is her story going to be if she's going to stay at court?
Well, problem is, what we think whoever tried to kill her, well, whoever killed her family, I'm afraid they might be looking to finish the job. Also afraid that well, Damocles is gonna react quite poorly if he hears about this. He's gonna demand her transfer to Akrai. Last I checked, he's only half the family tree. The other half might also want that because if they can, well, tutor her, they have a direct claim to Lumen. Will be
I am. I noticed you dyed her hair, and I doubt you did that just to disguise her.
well, that was the main objective.
Can she be removed from your court if she is of your seed? Illegitimately?
Definitely allow me to assign her some proper bodyguards without looking suspicious.
Which brings us the question of who is our answer for the mother? When people look into that, ask about that.
Would just lie. Say it was oh god, she has to be. Oh, now I realize. God, Atea's gonna have a field day with this, isn't she?
She will. So there are three options I can see, personally. The most obvious one, but it would have the risk of having to bring her in on this. The relationship with Cassia is well known. Second option. This one has the benefit that it would be hard to verify, but, well, it would also have the glaring omission of anyone to actually notice, which is your mother was a common woman. Imagine you have your fun outside of the palace.
Of course.
Perhaps one day you noticed you went upon somebody you've had fun with before, only to find that perhaps they've fallen on hard times, that they passed away, but your thrust had left a daughter that you felt a certain responsibility for and brought them in. There is a third one, which I'll admit is not my preferred one, but does have the wonderful ability that it's there's literally no way to verify it due to recent events. It's the result of an illicit affair with Freya Kairos before she passed.
Oof, that will upset a lot of people.
Yes, that's. I'll admit, that one would quite upset a lot of people, but that one does have the advantage of impossible to verify. We do not bring anyone in. We don't have to worry about anyone following your movements to try to see what bars and clubs you've been at in Europe.
There's also oh, he's probably gonna hate this thing. Bring Alexia into the scheme.
Claim an affair with his wife.
Maybe I think people will buy that. He is, especially after the showing last night. him and I have been publicly at odds plenty of times. He doesn't try to speak his mind about me, and will believe that immediately. Plus, I
What?
trust both of them with my life.
Lexi does seem the type that if you impress upon him that this deceit is crucial to the protection of the life of an innocent girl, he'd go along with it. No, he'd go along with it no matter how much he dislikes it.
Yeah, he'll kind of like smirks, but he'll say, like he cares about true honor, not how people perceive you. Always admired that about him. So this would definitely stain his reputation.
Would, and suppose there will always be lingering doubt after the deception is revealed. Some people always think that always believe the first story they hear, but to be honest, bringing in the Vodniks is not the worst idea.
Plus, his wife trained as a Bene Gesserit. I don't think anyone can sneak up on her.
Amelia will nod and she'll say, think that's the path we should take going forward on the matter, then.
So, suppose, well, if he punches me in the face, only call the guards if he doesn't, like, stop after the third or fourth strike.
I'll mobilize the entire palace guard. They should be able to stop him.
Well, at the very least, avenge me. Like, you two will head over to Lexi's personal quarters. As you knock, you will open, and Scott just kind of pushes in. It's like, morning, my friend. Come in. Like gestures for you to follow him. Slams the door behind you. Lexi, have a seat, please. Isn't this morning lovely? As he like opens the windows. I'm confused. What is this? Scott's like, well. You know what, Amelia, please inform Lord Vatnik here of recent events that haven't been made public yet, and I will deliver him my plan myself, after all. Should take full credit for this.
Yes, Lord Vatnik. Sure, well, you're already aware of the events at Lumen.
Nods.
We should tell you that not every member of the Kairos family has passed in that unfortunate incident. We found one, Helga Kairos. Apparently she had snuck off, and I suppose luck is a real thing. I should inform you that girl you saw on Lord Alios's shoulders, that was her.
Wonderful news. That's incredible. Stroke of
It
good
is.
fortune.
It is, but well, while I was investigating the events that happened, I found a very, let's just say, affairs are much more complicated, and her family's killers might still be on the world, still be plotting, and well, we don't think that they'll just let her go just because she survived the first incident. If it's revealed that she survived, she'll be in great danger.
She'll nod. As Scott will say, and well, there are two people on this planet I can think of that will be able to handle any assassins or saboteurs sent after them. That's you and Fiala, Alexi. Like, looks a bit confused. So, as you've been so vocally loud, aggressive about your problems with me, well, I will let it slip that he is my bastard child with your wife. Alexi kind of like blinks, gets kind of deadpan stare. Like, understand how this sounds, but this would let us not only conceal her true heritage, let us have her leave the city, and they'll keep both her extended family uninvolved for now. Alexis sort of has like the realization dawns on him. I just have to I just have to this will ruin my wife's reputation. Can't do that to her.
Amelia will at that point cut in and she'll say, Lotvatnik, understand what we are asking of you and your wife. I do need to impress upon you, we have not decided this on Locke. I have discussed with Lord Aelios every other possibility, but those present what I feel and he has agreed are unacceptable risks. We could claim that she is Kassia's daughter, but I'll be honest with you, I do not have enough confidence in where Kassia stands on matters to trust letting her in. We could claim that she is Freya's daughter of an illicit thrust with Lord Aelios, but her mother's killers might decide that is still too much of a risk, even if she has no rights to the city. We could send her to the protection of House Nyx, but that would still leave her known, her location known, and there's no guarantee that how vast this conspiracy might be that they can't find some way to get to her.
Give me a communicate roll. Difficulty 2.
I will. Does charm apply here at all?
I don't think you're charming him, unfortunately.
All right.
You can buy
I will
threat, though.
I will buy one threat. Alrighty. 3 successes.
He's gonna like grit his teeth and I'll speak with my wife before agreeing to this scheme. Scott will nod.
Mia will nod as she'll say, the deceit does not need to. The deceit will not last forever. I've already, you know, in the ruins of Lumen, I've already found much. Hopefully, in a few months' time, half a year, I'll have the information I need to give to Lord Aelios, and justice will be done, and young Helga can be safely given to her grandfather.
You'll nod. Excuse me, I'd like both of you to let me pack. I'm leaving as soon as possible. Of course, of course. Thank you. Your once you see her face, he's like out now. He's gonna take his leave.
Yes, Amelia will also take her leave.
Walk out the door and he'll say, "Didn't punch me. That went smoother than I expected."
I think he'll hit you after the danger is over.
Knowing his wife, I don't think she'll let the young girl be in danger.
That is good to hear. I should inform you, while I have you here, as she'll say, new steward did find financial irregularities with Helheim.
What kind?
Namely that their loans have been overtly generous, quite generous, suspiciously generous, and I'll inform you of this. He did send that report up the ladder, as it were. Might expect a visit.
Fucking wonderful. You know what? How about you join me when we pay our treasurer a visit? He has been making himself quite at home in it. Only a week. He like gestures after you.
Yes, Amelia will follow as she.
Uh, Jeff.
Sorry, Mr. Bailey. I wouldn't have told him this if he didn't also tell me about you doing the thing with the necklace. Like, okay, we need to make sure you understand how your position here is going to work.
Oh, believe this, Jeff. Made a powerful ally. Made two allies without even realizing. Yes, Jeff. What do you do in the morning? Oh no.
I'll be getting ready. And I'm
Susan.
yes, I'm sleeping. No, I was kidding. Probably drinking some coffee. Probably getting ready to honestly start working.
Listen, it's very early in the morning though. There's gonna be a soft knock at the door of your office. As you'll see Lady Orpheus walking in.
Lady Orpheus, I didn't expect you.
Oh, smile politely. Hope I'm not intruding, but this was a rather urgent business. My cousin was quite distressed yesterday. Something about a necklace.
Yes, I believe it was a. Well, you know the rumors. A gift towards Alkindus.
My husband, fuck no.
Freudian
Freudian
slip.
slip.
The Orpheus, okay.
Freudian,
I guess
my
you're
bad.
the. I guess you're the main one. It's true.
They'll say, the Lord Commander has a few mistresses. Surely you understand the man of his position has certain desires.
Certain extent, I get the culture of nobility and at court.
So, I have a question for you, Mr. Bailey. What is your plan here? Ingratiating yourself with the Lord's wife is definitely a very bold move. It's one of the few friends she has around here.
Who was one of the few friends? What?
She's talking about you trying to she's saying you did this, you told her to curry favor with her.
Oh yeah, that's actually okay. Yeah, there's the last sentence like
So what is your goal here? What are you hoping to achieve in the long run? Better pay, higher position, political power.
well, I will perform my duty, but obviously a position like this comes with an opportunity to meet multiple people and well, making a good impression on a varied stock of individuals will be quite useful for future career opportunities.
Yes, but it is curious that instead of currying favor with the Lord Commander, you choose to curry favor with his wife.
As just like it's just that the Lord Commander does not he's a hero, undoubtedly a noble man. In fact, well, except when it comes for his yeah, I could suppose he's a true noble, but
We all have our flaws.
yes, but besides the point, he does not seem like the say greatest politician.
You want to move up the political sphere, is it?
Let's just say I feel like his wife's probably more involved. I remember his first edict was to just summon money for the military.
He has a rather, let's call it, straightforward and simplistic approach. Useful for warfare, less so for the subtler things. Still haven't answered my question though. What do you desire? Not just in the near future, but long term. You and me could be, well, associates.
Certainly, and I feel fond of her, but actually, she was a smaller. I think that's quite an intriguing proposition, and let's just say I wouldn't mind climbing a few more steps on the ladder. I think we can work something out that's beneficial to the both of us.
And instead of trying to curry favor with either of them, I could be your friend at court and work for me, Mr. Bailey, and I can get you in a position where you'll be able to join the ranks of the nobility.
As you'd actually fucking stare, like, As you kind of as he coughed himself. Oh, I didn't expect that. But Jeff's a greedy man. Now, I actually want to communicate real quick, but this is a good offer. This is a fucking golden offer.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the fucking inside of it. Is she trying to lure him with bait? Is this like is this an actual true offer? What do I roll? Like a
Can roll an understand roll.
probably like,
Power.
yeah. This is a tall offer. I feel like. Let me buy a thread here.
You also have one momentum if you want to spend.
Yeah. Does deductive reasoning
I'm
apply?
done.
I can do both. Does deductive reasoning apply or no, Grant?
No.
All right then. Power.
There's nothing
yeah.
to do. Like connect here.
Yeah, fair enough. Listen, we need to farm momentum. So buy one thread and use one momentum for a total of 4 dice. All right, let's see here.
Holy
Fucking what a funny roll! What a funny roll!
Do you buy the complication off? You should. Are you a pussy, man?
No, I'm a min max, and I think you'll spend that thread, and you will get more XP long term. I'll buy the complication off.
Look at he's a little bitch. I can't believe this.
I'm a min maxer, Grunt.
No,
I
you're
will
a pussy. You're a oh my god.
Actually, you know what?
Veto this. I think we should veto this.
You know what? Actually, listen.
I'm gonna call in the Fremen to beat your ass.
Yeah,
I need to do it back.
12 threats spent. Meteor falls in your fucking head. You die.
Like, you choose the complication or no. Listen, I'll be honest. 'Cause I have a consequence in mind, but if you want to give me more threat, then yes, please. There's an assassination I need to carry out, and I need like orbital partner. Up to you.
Well, I let the group bully me into fucking myself over for the greater
Yes.
good.
Yes. Do you accept peer pressure or not?
I'm not as strong as you, Red. The problem is I'm a weak and I'm a seal.
No, listen, it's fine either way.
You know what? Listen, you can fire the complication. Why not? It's fine. Listen, you know what? I found. Let's go with something interesting. I will not spend the threat.
Listen, there is give me a second. I'll spend one threat of my own. All right.
See, the fun fact here is, Mac, you would have gotten the complication anyway, but we could have gotten the XP. You got punked.
Um.
I'm a weak man. My spine hurts out and I can be bullied. I know the
Clearly not. Clearly not. People are bullying you into like not buying the complication, and yet you bought it.
Wait, no, I didn't. I said no.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, my bad. I misunderstood.
I-
Okay,
I-
so the
sorry, I did.
complication is there.
Yeah, it's staying. That's what I meant.
All
like,
right.
yeah, that's I accepted the bullying.
Well, listen. Well, there is a scheme. She is about to unravel the scheme onto you. Clearly wants an ally, and someone at the treasury managing the finance competently enough, and clearly willing to be a bit more ambitious than, because if your ambition was to ingratiate yourself with the current court, it's not going to benefit her at all. But if you are willing to, step up over a few people, then she can definitely use you to climb further herself. So the scheme is about to be unraveled to you. Shall say. There are two ways to ascend to nobility. One, you could be given land and title, none of which are really available. Ashar has. Well, I doubt the Lord Commander has any interest in promoting you and elevating you to the rank of nobility. There's a second one. Marriage. And while I know the rumors about me, my husband died the battle for Yorith. Come my concert, Mr. Bailey. You will ascend the ranks of a noble. Your children shall be nobles. Many more doors will be open to you. And well, if prove to me that you are reliable enough, not many men have been able to handle me. Might be the first.
Jeff is just kind of stunned. What the? He didn't expect this fucking scheme. Holy Lord.
Listen, she won't kill you if you prove to her that you're useful and competent. Clearly not listen. It's clearly fucking the Lord Commander for benefits.
Yeah, I don't think the marriage between Jeff and her will be one of love, but
Well, absolutely no. At least not.
Yeah.
She's not proper. That's not what she's like.
yeah, I know. We're both realizing this is clearly a power play here.
Yes.
It's clearly
But Jeff, won't start out as one. But what if?
What if? Listen. That's listen.
Because he's not even thinking about that fucking door, but I gotta be honest, well, sometimes in life you have to take a few risks to climb up. Either you falter or you rise. I'm confident in my own abilities.
She smiles and says, "Very well then. Keep this arrangement between us, as it would be a conflict of interest otherwise.
Naturally.
But you steer the treasury and the funds. We can make sure that the Lord Commander, well, be left out of options, and I think he'll start over a war if he cannot finance it.
Luckily, already, I think there's one step's already done because I don't think Helheim will continue embezzling their money through this war.
What did you discover?
Well, let's just say, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the scheme here, what this final scheme was. Two theories, either gaining influence or just a simple embezzlement scheme. That Helheim was funneling money through Azar. Was a lot of financial arithmetic, but
I presume you did something to stop that then?
not yet, but soon I think the authorities are notified.
Trauma audit would be the death of them?
Jeff will nod.
Like you already, Mr. Bailey. Bold moves for your first week. Especially since their spy is away in Lumen. Impeccable timing.
I already had my suspicions about the assistant, but
Yes, sometimes you have to make concessions with them.
I wasn't sure whether you were working with them or not. Even though sending a Helheim as a spy for the Helheim is kind of obvious.
Which is why I don't think anyone was under any illusion. I was here to monitor things, keeping a close eye on their investments. I assure you, I am not appreciative of anyone trying to control me. I am not, in fact, working with them. I am taking advantage of them however best I can. Unlike you, I am not an expert when it comes to finances. I know where my strengths lie.
Then we'll make sure to best cover each other's weaknesses and strengths.
I'll smile and nod and say, my cousin was quite emotional. I'm not sure how long she'll be able to... well, the Lord Commander will learn of this sooner or later. Don't let them... Don't be afraid. Business partners now. I'll make sure you're kept safe.
Do not. Very well then, I'll get ready for some questions, I suppose.
She'll smile and take her leave. Yeah, no. How is Jeff feeling after this?
Fucking mind's blasting. Like, but what? Holy shit! I can become a noble. Holy fuck! I can become a noble. He was always a bishop, but he was like, "There's no way I can ascend to nobility." That's off the table. I was like, maybe I can be like a background actor in the shadows, but if I can become a noble, and if my family can become noble potentially, well, actually, I don't think I'm sure about kids with Cassia. Actually, this would be off the table, but.
If you
But
become
still,
her
holy
consort, it's still your children, and like still get the benefits.
That's true, yeah.
You can probably arrange for like the rest of your family to still benefit from
Yes.
this. Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like once you become a noble, the many doors open for you.
Again, I think he's agreeing, like, I either fucking succeed or die at this. Let's fucking go, baby. In fact, Jeff decided to go let's get him to go all in on this bit.
Yeah,
I'm trying to gain more confidence. Listen, Grant, I'm taking your advice to heart. Listen.
Yes, this is wonderful. Listen, an hour later, doors will open.
it's so
And the Lord Commander and the Spy Master are here to see you. They will not. Scott doesn't knock. He just opens the doors and walks in.
Lord Commander, what can I help you with?
Amelia, you would, or should I begin?
no, I'll start. Follow me on this, Lord Alios. Might not start the way you think. Mr. Bailey, why do you make my job harder right after helping me?
Yes, Jeff, like, think about. Are you referring to me notifying Lady Alos of a certain gift?
Yes, I do think I took a leap of faith and trusted you, and it does seem that, well, right when you know that I have delicate matters to handle, you decide to occupy my time with marital problems.
As fuck, what's the best way to phrase this? Without just listening, I can't be too fucking heuristic here, but still gotta be a bit laid back. Fuck, fuck. He has 7 communicates. He would probably don't want to lie, but or not lie, but
Are
As
you trying? Because if you want to lie, you can. That's a roll.
yeah, but I don't think the lie works here. I don't think it is possible to lie my way out of here. But I'm not sure how to because I'm not sure if it's a good idea to like stand up and say like Lady Atea deserves to know. I'm not sure if that's a wise idea. I think they'll get me fired immediately.
For what? Doing your job? That's the whole point Cassia's gonna cover for you.
As yeah, in that case, he will actually like in that case, he'll just say like I was merely performing the duties and keeping the Aelos household informed.
Oh. What is your job title, Mr. Bailey? Is it Master of the Palace?
It's the treasurer of House Aelos.
Yes, well, perhaps I agree with you. She should have been informed. The wife does deserve to know, but well, I did have a change of heart and I decided that Lord Aelius does deserve to know about irregularities in his budget. Irregularities you did not report to him. Why is it that you decided not to report irregularities to him directly, but you do report standard spending to his wife?
It was a delicate matter. I informed you as the spy master, and but I believe Scott, well, the Lord Commander was busy. Besides, he will.
Roll for roll. Well, yeah, whatever she thinks, but I want to see how Scott interprets this.
Mhm.
So, listen, give me a communicate, like with power here.
Does negotiation apply at all, or no?
No, because you're not negotiating with.
Gotcha. Can I buy a threat?
Yes.
Did that force success give any momentum to the pool, or no?
No, because it was a counter roll.
Ah, gotcha. In that case, 3 dice. I do have a determination. Let me fuck my Discord. No. Yeah, let me pop that
Now
determination.
listen, Mr. Bailey here.
Mhm.
Two outcomes you can prompt, because Scott is clearly pissed off.
Yes.
You can try to appease him. You can annoy him that he blows up and does something stupid to give you more leverage in the future.
How would I?
Well, listen, it was just a big blow up last night. Like, well, Mr. Elliot, Lord Commander, maybe you shouldn't cheat on your wife like this.
Actually, yeah. Actually, yeah. He would just say, actually, you know what? Actually, I think he would just say. Because yeah, I assume Cassia will cover. I'm not sure how much Cassia's coverage will extend. I'm not sure if that'll like cover this.
Well, you're at her court. Clearly has a lot of influence, knows a lot of things. Depends. He can beat your ass, but can't have you killed. At least not like that easily.
Yeah, but my fear is like if he gets me fired, then Cassia will. I'll lose all the use for Cassia.
Again,
He can't just fire me.
He can fire you on the grounds of you your job. Maybe, but well, Cassia can just rehire you as her new advisor. Listen, there's
That's
ways
true, yeah.
around this. If he fires you for this, this is a big stain on his reputation.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's yeah, because I know like the law in Dune is rather flexible. The laws have much more power. They're rather absolute. They're rather absolutist.
Yes, it matters who your friends are, and right now you have two very important friends here,
Yeah.
both his
Listen,
wife and his mistress.
yeah. Listen, Jeff will just say in that case, I think perhaps, what commander? I understand the nobles have certain culture about that, and not every marriage is one of feelings. But if you do need to entertain your mistress, I would recommend perhaps doing it a bit more subtly in the future.
Yeah.
Or maybe actually, okay, perhaps simply by avoiding this conundrum in the first place. Perhaps it also Lady Atea would also be much more happier.
Yeah, give me a communicate with with power.
I'll buy one thread to 3 dice. Do use determination. Do use my determination dice. Actually, I've bold. I can reroll dice. Actually, hold on. Yeah, this is gonna be. Yes, my bold applies. Finally, my bold. But yeah. I think I'll spend one thread for 3 dice, and yeah, I'll now allow the ball to reroll dice.
You're buying three threat total.
No,
Oh,
only
it's
one thread.
Only one. Okay.
Only single dice. Yeah. So it's taking 3 dice.
Yes.
Let's roll, baby.
Does not know temper.
And I do have bold, so I will
Yes.
reroll the 17.
One more.
11.
That's a hit, right?
Yeah, because 15 is, yeah, targets is 15. Yeah.
Scott fucking draws his sword and says, Bailey, let's have this discussion again as he like starts like walking around like towards him.
Amelia is going to immediately move to put her arm in the way.
You have to like actually fully body block him because otherwise it's just gonna push past your arm. I'm gonna need you to roll me a move roll because this is not happening. It's happening quite quickly. Only difficulty 1, but still.
Yeah, move. That sounds like duty.
If you want to buy threat. I'm the arms dealer now. I'm selling weapons to both countries.
Well, I could do that. Could use my unquestionable loyalty to spend one of my determination points to just instantly succeed at this, and because I'll immediately get 2 successes. So let's roll. Yeah.
There we go. Did you use use determination, so I don't get momentum.
Yes. Well, technically, cool under pressure only applies to discipline. I just spent a determination because I used duty. And I'll do what has to be done. And yes, risking actually getting in the way of a potentially lethal situation is do what has to be done.
Yeah. So yeah. No, you will get then 1 momentum as you sort of getting his way. Like he was just like drawing the blade and like getting ready to fucking like hit this man or like do something that made everything way worse for Scott. You like immediately get in his way and he like stops, but like Bailey, you realize this guy was about to like put his sword to your throat.
Samir will say, Lord Aelios, if somebody is intentionally trying to rile you up in the future, do not give them the response they want.
Turns around without saying anything and just fucking throws the doors open and like storms out. The guards will look confused back before like slowly closing the doors behind them.
Samir will say, turn to Jeff and say, when you play two sides, you should endeavor to ensure one side doesn't know. And next time, do be careful when you rile people up like that. You never know when somebody will press the blade just an inch closer, and it all comes to naught.
That's dreadful to say. Well, luckily, it may have come close, but it didn't quite make contact.
Yes, didn't because it'd make my job harder.
Yes. That's what I was hoping on.
Which, Mr. Bailey, I'll tell you this. Unlike Lodelios, I do not take this personally. I understand how politics are played. In the future endeavor that your schemes cause me less difficulty than your life. And I'll make sure that this game has no lethal consequences. Feed me information and I'll feed you information. I don't think let's put it this way, Mr. Bailey. Pawns have more in common with each other than their respective kings and queens. Let's ensure both of us can benefit from this.
If you're not, I'll be sure to keep that in mind, Miss Black.
And I'll give you this. I'll ask you a favor of this, Mr. Bailey. If you do not pass word of this to whoever you have faith to protect you, I have an idea, but I won't ask. I will consider it a favor that you can cash in.
Luckily, nothing happened, so no one needs to know.
I thank your discretion, Mr. Bailey. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Wonderful day too, Miss Black.
No, all of this is happening. Hikmat, how are you spending your morning?
I presume she's done her daily religious prayers, and it will be hard to say. She's probably looking around the lack of a better word, palace area. She hasn't really had time to really do that. That's all right to say.
Yeah, you can be exploring the palace. Not sure if there's anyone in particular you're looking for, or like looking anything particular around here.
Not necessarily. She is trying to gauge these people as a whole, because, like I said, she's trying to spread her word, right, the word of her God right now, basically. But she didn't have the time to really just look at the people in the daily goings and on.
Listen, the people here are either suspicious of you or they're ignorant of you. Definitely not. Definitely, there's inherent weakness around this place. An inherent decadence. Nothing that surprised you, of course. You will, as you're wandering down, you will see a very angry-looking Scot walking towards you. Hikmat, follow me now.
Very well. And what has gotten you in such a dire mood?
I hate politics. I mentioned that before.
That's understandable. It seems so very... well, I feel like there's so many straightforward things you could do to just end the conflict, but apparently some of your fellows like to talk.
Well, I like talking too. It's the intent behind the talking that pisses me the fuck off. I need good workout.
A spar, then?
Quite so.
The hammer's good.
Yeah.
You gotta work him out, Red.
You calm yourself down. As she is actually she is actually happy about the idea of a spar, so yes.
Take you to like one of it's like very large training room. You ever fought with a shield?
No, it is not something that we commonly use where I'm from, though I do have one on hand. I haven't had a chance to play with it.
Well, me show you a few tricks as dueling with one is very different than fighting without. It's less about speed and more about deception. Less about fighting and more about grappling. As he will start going through a couple of motions as you begin sparring, and he's definitely fucking annoyed and angry.
Yeah, if she's able to, she would like while they're sparring, ask questions to see exactly what's going on. She's more curious because I don't think this is the first time she's seen Scott upset, I presume,
Yes.
right? So what politics has gotten you so well, I've never seen you angry since I've been here so far.
Well, first of all, have to ruin my friend's reputation for fucking child safe.
Mhm.
Now, my fucking treasurer backstabs me to my wife. Hopes to, I don't fucking know, advance his position while preaching fucking morality to me.
That's something that's understandable. Underhanded tactics are unknown to many people, but usually, if you're smart and fast enough, you can just kill the problem. But I see you can't do that here.
Well, I wanted to. Then my spy master reminded me that that would complicate things.
Ah, again, tedious. If you can't trust someone at your back because you're afraid they're gonna put a knife in it, why keep them around at all?
Well, there's only very few people I trust. So I suppose that side, that is a lonely life.
Well, you are the knob here, as a right, the one who makes all the decisions and choices for your people.
I make no decisions. Well, I suppose I do, but certainly not for my people.
Then who is in charge then?
God, if I know. There's so many strings attached to everything.
Honestly, if you knew who it was, you would just kill them and take their position. That's how it's done where I'm from.
Yeah. Fortunately, the ones pulling the strings are probably not even here physically. Can't even reach them to kill them.
More tedious work then. Well, if you can't kill your treasurer and you can't do much anything else, what do you plan to do then? You can continue to spar.
Huh? I don't know. But I'll be honest, I'll do what I've been doing for the last 3 years and see where life takes me, I suppose. Leave the
You
thinking
have
to
many.
other people.
That seems very foolish and short-sighted. A good chance to have someone kill you eventually.
Is it? No. I've been told shouldn't play the games you're weak at, you should play the games you're strong at.
You have too many games here.
Why I don't intend to lose the ones I know I can win. Try to win the ones I know I will lose.
Sounds like stagnation almost. There's not much challenge there, but I guess it is about more survival. You have other ways of being killed, I've been told. A knife in the back, a whispered word in the dark.
I was about to say I do prefer living, so if stagnation means I get to keep living, I'll guess I will stagnation.
Sounds like boredom, but I'm not always wise when it comes to things like that as well. So, maybe you were making the wise decision.
think survival is boring?
I think living in misery is boring. I think stirring trouble where you have a tightrope constantly can be tedious after a while.
I get the feeling you've never been in a position of leadership, have you?
No, I have no interest in such things.
Ah, well, unfortunately, when lives depend on you, there's always a tight rope around you.
That is true. Even where a knob has to make decisions, the final decisions. They break up fights, they decide who dies, who lives, who gets water, who survives the next day. And then if they are weak or they cannot, well, do a good job as one would do, then someone else will come and take their place.
And see that. I suppose if you call that boring, have very different definition. But
We definitely do.
leader also has to survive. He has to survive his own people. And you know what? I find that quite challenging.
Well, as long as it gets your blood pumping, I guess. Though, your Lord Vodnik explained to me this monogamy situation, this one mate and all that.
Yes.
Would it not do better for you just to marry them all as your wives?
Well, if you ask Lord Vodnik, I am probably already doing that, so... In fact, I think if you gossip with the right people, many will claim that that is already happening.
At the very least, it seems... well, I presume she has a higher position in this strange... I'm not too sure what to call it. It's not marriage. It's not partnership.
That is, see, that's the problem, Hikmat. What do you do when the wives don't get along?
Well, usually the wives wouldn't have much say in such things. Either they know their place, or at the very least, they can leave with time.
See, that's my issue. I love myself a woman that doesn't know her place.
That's probably why you're in so much trouble as is.
Believe so.
You should be concerned, though, that one of them may get fed up and eventually kill you themselves.
But didn't you just talk to me about boredom? You're just sending mixed signals.
You are very much all types of troubles.
Yes. I am, in fact, quite the troublemaker. Breaker of hearts.
Well, we just wanted to see if you survive or not. Lord Alos?
Been going on 3 years. I'll be honest, if I die at 30, not the worst run.
True. You live longer than most that I know of. Or those who don't have positions where the fighting isn't always the thickest, and it seems you're all always in the middle of something.
I suppose I am, both literally and metaphorically.
I do not understand how... Well, there are many types of weapons I'm learning, so... I'm sure there are weapons that they use to entice you, my lord. Or is that how they call it here? Do I call you my lord?
Oh, when we're in public, I suppose.
Ah.
Would be the proper respect. When we're alone, I don't really care for titles.
Does your wife call you my lord or commander?
In public?
What does she call you when you're not in public?
Is this when she's upset or when we're fucking? Those two different.
I guess when she's probably the most happiest with you. So I presume you're not a bad lay.
Well, again, suppose, listen, I don't want to be that man, but I would assume not. They do just keep coming back. I'm not really giving them many other benefits.
So what does she call you then?
He like laughs and a bit embarrassed actually. Isn't that a bit inappropriate? To be asking about how my sex life.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry. This whole new society thing is new to me. I'm going to be making mistakes. I can see. I apologize, my lord.
Oh God, you're doing it on purpose now.
Of course not. I'm your humble servant, here to serve to ensure you are untensed.
Chuckles. But listen, if you're that curious, I suppose I owe you a bit of honesty. Truth be told, my lovers don't usually call me anything. That implies coherence in speech, which, well...
I see then. Very bold claim then,
It is.
Lord Alos.
I am nothing if not stupid bold. And, well... a risk taker.
Very well. At the very least, I do have my doubts about that, but I will not decide to embarrass you.
About me taking risks? I must be blind then.
I mean, your matter of, this claim of yours of your lovers being so entrapped by you.
There's only two ways to verify that.
That is true. I don't wish to cause trouble for your sensibilities. It seems you already have a plate full.
I mean, I suppose. Although if you're interested in adopting a child...
I don't think a child would survive a Fremen lifestyle, I will be honest.
Well, she did survive a bomb, so... Who knows?
You what? You wish to give me your young, I'm not really too sure what to call her.
No,
I believe
no. I'll be honest, looking at you, Hikmat, you would be a terrible mother.
I think I'd be a wonderful mother. What is that? I'd make a wonderful Fremen mother. Probably not for your people and your softness.
Well... I suppose the judge a fish by its ability to survive in the desert, yes, you would think is stupid. I'm not sure what would happen if I throw one of your sandworms in the ocean. I think it would just drown. So which is stronger? Worm or the fish?
That is an interesting riddle right there. I do think I would like to see how it works out.
That what your prophet is about?
True.
Green paradise and all?
It is. It is good to know that you are listening.
Always listening. Even if I pretend not to. Don't want to give people the wrong impression about me.
Of course. But yes, a green paradise. Not just for us, but for all. Even you fish.
Can't take a break. I need something from you, Hikmat.
Oh, what else do you need from me, my lord?
I need... Well... What would prompt a Fremen to take issue with someone?
Disrespect, challenge. If someone does not know their place and decides to challenge you for it as well, a number of things. What exactly, well, who exactly am I taking issue with?
Met my newly appointed treasurer, Mr. Bailey.
I have the mousy one. Doesn't speak
Yes.
much.
Yes, I don't want you to kill him. That would cause a big scandal. But supposedly, rough him up.
I'm sure there's a number of reasons I can make up if that's the case, and I believe there's a number of 100 different reasons your fellows will make up about me that would just fit the bill.
Yes.
I'm a
Do that for me, and I will ensure you are given a means to spread your word. I will give you an establishment in Yorith where you will be able to teach people about your culture and your beliefs.
shit. I gotta see this motherfucker's lying to me, but I don't have truth. Can I try to see if he's just fucking with me right now, Grunt?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can, I guess, like that discipline roll.
Give me 1 sec here.
Faith will make sense.
Yeah, can I use... yeah, my faith gives me certainty as well. Okay. I don't think my statement helps me in any way right now, but I will roll. Damn. Still, 1.
He's being very upfront. Like he was very pissed off at the thing. He has the authority to just do that. So
Very well. I don't see much of an issue with this. At the very least, you're gonna have to figure out an excuse that your fellows will take. But I assume they'll just use the "I'm a savage" as one of them.
oh, absolutely. But the people who view you as a savage are gonna view you like that anyways. And the people at court will know that this was most likely a favor you did for me. The more politically savvy ones. So I don't think you lose much, but you'll gain a lot long term.
That is true. The price is well worth it. I don't see why not. I will handle your troublesome problem.
I'll make sure that the guards won't bother you.
Very well. Can't kill him, right?
No.
I will try.
Well, don't hit him in the face. Everyone else is fair game.
Very well. I will do so. Should I do this promptly, or?
Quite so. I want this to be a clear message for him.
She raises an eyebrow at that, but she does like a bit of a mocking bow before taking her leave.
Yeah. Listen. It's gonna take 2 minutes and I'll be right back.
It's a small price to pay for power.
We joked about the seal covers, Mac, but the literal seal cover is on her way.
My ass. And I what if I embrace my inner warrior and I roll 2 1s?
That would be funny, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Theoretically, what if Red rolls like dog shit?
Yes, that can happen too.
I just fucking escaped to like the fucking main court center.
Listen, Amelia doesn't approve this. This feels like poor sportsmanship.
It does feel like
This is how Scott plays politics.
He did literally slide a 20 to my pocket and beat his ass. So sorry, coming for you.
Listen, it's very important. Listen, Amelia did have to leave the door open. In the end, my loyalty is to Azar. Above, my loyalty is to Hazar, but my ambition is to protect Azar. So, listen, if your side wins, make sure you whisper into Cassia's ear that like my talents are useful and I should be kept on board.
Yes, and Jeff looked at Scott. I was like, I don't think this is my road to power. Scott, you're a brave warrior, but the time of war is over.
Listen, Amelia's whole bit was again just like, oh, listen. I think we both have use for each other.
No harm, no. Listen, even if he gets beaten up, like listen, no harm, no foul. It's just part of the game.
Listen.
No, I do think, Red, you should fuck him immediately.
You should. Why do you deny your blade its purpose? You could be the one who doesn't fucking like break in front of him. You could be the one to tame him and handle him.
I gotta build the bridge. I gotta build the road there.
I think you should now.
Let me beat you up first. We'll see where we go from there.
Find the appropriate picture. While I do that, Amelia, is there anything conversation?
I think she'll go on to check on Helga. Make sure she's still okay.
Yeah. Turn to the room where you left her. She has woken up in the meantime. Hello?
Yes. Hello there. I'll need to inform you of something, because well, we do need to establish it's called a bit of a cover for your presence. I'm fairly certain we have one. So if anyone questions you in the meantime.
All right.
If anyone asks, you are the daughter of Lord Elios and Lady Vatek.
She sort of like blinks twice. Right?
Yes. Well, it impresses you on it, you should say that. You try to be evasive, but because I will say this to you, we will do everything we can to keep you safe, but I'm sure you understand you are still in some danger until the situation is fully resolved.
Nods. Makes sense. Oh. If anyone asks, that's what I'll say.
That's well. If anyone just casually asks you, you can say any lie you want. But if people truly press you on it, and you can't get out of answering, that's the answer you give.
She nods.
Good. I just wanted to inform you of that. You may be traveling soon, but that is, I think it's likely, but that is still a little up in the air.
I'll nod.
It's just keep your head on your shoulders, and hopefully in some time, maybe a few months, maybe half a year, hopefully not longer, but always possibility.
That means I won't be able to stay here. What thought, right?
Yes and no. You won't be able to stay full time. You may have to go to see your mother on occasion. But, well, sure. Once everything's fully established, Scott is the type of man who would not, well, his reputation is already low, so I'm sure visits, transports could be arranged.
She'll not, looking a bit sad at that. She clearly wanted to stay here.
She'll say, now listen. Eventually, I'm looking into this matter personally. And I can't give you an exact timetable, but when it's resolved, given what I found out already, I don't give it that long. Justice will be done for what's happened, and well, I'm sure you'll be able to spend time as court as your home is rebuilt.
He'll give you like a weak smile and nod.
Melee will actually say, I'm not sure how often I'll be around for you to talk to, Helga, but I do know what you're going through. I was in the Earth when the first salvo of the war started, and I lost everything. Not sure how often we'll be able to talk, but you can write, and I'll respond when I can.
Yeah. Kind of like go to like corner and just kind of huddle up on the armchairs.
Amelia will take her leave as sadly Amelia doesn't know healthy coping strategies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was trained to be a spy after like a year of like struggling on the street. So you could do that.
Don't worry, you're about to see healthy coping mechanisms. Hikmat found the picture.
Yeah.
You'll as you're walking, you'll be stopped on one of the hallways by this man, as he'll kind of like he has like two other men who have behind him, and they are dressed differently from the Orpheus house guards. He'll say, "You're the Fremen."
I am. And you are?
I'm Marcos. I'm a captain with the Windswords. I'm here to make sure no guards give you trouble on your noble assignment.
Ah, understood then. He has thought of everything then.
So, I'll be honest, I am a bit envious of your job, but I suppose we all must make our sacrifices.
She kind of raises an eyebrow, because I don't know if we're talking about the same thing here, at the very least.
She's referring to you like beating up the treasure.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I just want to make sure. She kind of nods. It is best when you have problems like this pop up, you want to immediately stop it from becoming a bigger issue.
No, I just mean I have a severe distaste for these well, so I suppose I can be frank with you. Sniveling rats.
Yes. They do have a way of poisoning the rest if you're not careful, so I agree.
Make sure you're uninterrupted and we'll just wait for my signal.
She nods.
Yeah, he'll the four of you are gonna head to the where Jeff is currently at, as the Orpheus guard's gonna look at him and he's gonna like approach them and one hand on the guard's shoulder and say, "Friend, both look tired. I think time for your shift change. Courtesy of the Lord Commander. Get an early day off." There's a moment where they just stare at each other, stare at him, slowly nod as they will take their leave. As he'll like look towards you and say, "Oh, have fun, I suppose." As both of the other guards just kind of like take the positions as if they're like standing guard.
He's slightly amused by this whole fanfare. She will go inside.
Jeff, another person who doesn't knock. You see the Fremen woman walking in.
Hello. Didn't expect you here. I didn't.
Hello. It's been a few days since we last spoke. It was Jeff, correct? Yes?
Yes, that's my first name.
She kind of looks around as she's like stepping closer to him. I'm mostly taking in this place as she's getting the position. Oh, I can't believe you spend every day in here. Is it all you do? Just books and more books and that's it?
But I do enjoy evening walks in the park. There's many nice places, and York is quite a beautiful city.
It is. I just don't understand how a man who seems to do the most, I'm going to be honest, not the most active position has caused quite a stir. You've made a mess of a few things here. As she will go and punch him into the stomach immediately.
Now, unfortunately, you do that. Shield will kind of deflect your blow.
Yeah, just shield.
I do believe that you have a shield.
Yeah, I have a personal shield. Yeah, he does have a personal shield.
Ah, goodness.
You see,
how does it work with physical fighting then? If it's like, because I know
you can't. The problem is, if you want to beat him up, he has to take off the shield. But the shield doesn't protect you from, like, you breaking his arm, because that can be done slowly. Or fingers,
sweet, then I can...
or anything.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, go for breaking the arm immediately then. I assume Scott had told her this when they had the whole few tricks about shielding.
That's why he taught you shield fighting?
Yes.
You see, if this was premeditated.
He's like, I got a plan here.
Yeah, that is hard to hide. But he just said leave the face intact. He never said anything about anything else.
Yes.
So yeah, no. I'm not sure, Jeff, if you wanna contest the role.
He will try his best to not have his arm broke. He will stand up like a. Actually, hold on. Actually, I'm having a scientific thought. Hold on, I have a scientific thought. Jeff will calculate rapidly his odds of being the Fremen or running away from her. Actually, not that high. But I don't think it'll be that great at court. Actually, if it comes out as
there's guards outside, so.
Yeah.
You can try and like run. That's a very
can.
valid option.
Yes, and he'll try to avoid that.
Well, the move roll goes power because.
Listen, even if he gets caught, if it comes out, if people witness it, it's still good. So listen, what if I roll a fucking 1-1? Watch this. It's at least one success.
Yeah,
it's not a complication. I can 9, 10, 90.
Battle roll.
Now, what if you roll seriously? What if you roll 2 20s?
I could. Would dirty fighting be a part of this, Grunt?
Yeah.
Okay. And I consider this part of my faith because of what it's going to give me in the end. Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't beat that.
You like kind of like run, kind of like go around the desk as she like catches you and like sort of pins you on the kind of like on the table itself. You can scream, Jeff.
You will try to yell for the guards.
And you realize nobody's coming through. That maybe is when you realize that.
Scott is a simple man of simple politics.
That is true.
See, told you. Made a bit of a mess of things here.
Are you sure you want to make the mess a bit bigger?
I know I have no grudge against you, outside of distaste a little bit here, but on the long run, I think I gain more than I lose in this situation. You people have a strange way of dealing with problems, I'm going to be honest. If it were me, you would be dead already. Now, either we could make this hard, or we could just get this over with, and you'll still have your life.
Because unfortunately, you have me beaten in athleticism.
See? It could be nice and easy. I'll be honest, I presume this is gonna hurt you a lot. I'll try not to bite your tongue, I presume. She's gonna go and break his arm.
Yeah, she has you like in the hole. She'll fucking twist it as like pain just shoots through you as you hear a cracking sound. As you start like shouting pain. Yeah. I'm gonna put it in a personality trait just to like
Have it there. Yeah, have it there.
Yeah. As yeah. Listen, you can mark 1 XP for this one, Jeff. As yeah, you let him go and he like fumbles to the floor.
Oh. I presume that'd be good enough at the very least. I was told not to touch your face, so.
I appreciate that.
I would like to ask what exactly you've done to cause him to want to send a message at all.
I was simply performing the duties of my office.
Well, he seems to consider it quite traitorous at the very least. I presume it's more than just your office.
Well, as I explained to him myself, if it weren't for his love life, I think perhaps he'll spend more time dealing with his wife.
Ah. A mess all around then. Well, I don't think there's much more he wants me to do here outside of ensure that the message is well received, which seems to be the case. Do you think you'll be able to survive that?
I took to hospital. As Jeff will try to get up on his one arm.
At the very least, she won't try to help you, but won't try to hinder you either, as she gets out your way, presumably.
I mean, Pigmother is gonna stay in his office like.
No, she's gonna leave. They said she's like him getting up. I didn't know he was doing anything else, but she's not gonna try to get in his way.
Once you walk out the door, Marcos will say, so, job done. Wanna get a drink or?
Well, I presume there is a nice little bar around. Your Lord Commander has given me such a chance to have some of their delicious wine here.
You wanna? That's for. Well, that's for delicate nobles. Are you a delicate noble?
Well, very well then. What do you have for me that isn't so delicate?
I'll treat you to the real drinks around here, as he's gonna lead you away. The other guards will. Don't need to guard this. Says, yeah, no, listen, Jeff, as you walk out the office, there are no guards. Presume you will get yourself to a physician.
Yeah.
They will ask what happened. How upfront are you gonna be with things?
Honestly, listen, if Scott wants to,
Because yeah, the message was like, I could have killed you right now, and the message is like, I can kill you whenever I want.
Blowing it up too. Listen, blowing up public would be kind of funny. On
Depends
the
how
other
much
hand,
you want to piss off Amelia.
listen, a broken arm is not the worst.
Yeah, so you'd say, well, because like people will gossip regardless, but like you can be like, well, I fall on the stairs.
Yeah, because Jeff doesn't see any reason of blowing this up right now. Because the whole bit is to be subtle.
Yes, that's why I'm asking, like, how much you want to piss off Amelia.
No, not that much, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, there are other works, and listen, the paper will be far more painful towards Scott than this will be to him.
Yeah, you'll keep silent about this, and Hikmat, yeah, they'll lead you to like a separate area of the palace. A bunch more people, same uniform as the other windows. Marcos will take you to a nearby sort of bar. He like pours you this translucent drink. Hand you over. It smells quite strongly.
He does take a sip of this, basically.
Definitely much stronger than the wine, and it reminds you of. Did you have alcoholic drink at the secret ingredient?
No, she mostly had sweets and snacks.
Then yeah, no, it's definitely a beer taste, and I'll say this is from a special batch they make at the secret ingredient in Lumen. Strongest drink you'll ever have on this planet.
I wasn't told about the drinks, mostly about the cakes. They were also delicious.
Different products for different types of people.
I'll keep that in mind the next time I have a chance to visit. So,
Well, they won't sell you unless you're in the know. Give my name though, I'll probably give you something.
Very well. I don't think I can say no to such an invitation. Especially for something, well, reminds me a bit of home, at the very least. Everything here is strange. But alcohol, that doesn't change much.
I imagine going from a desert world to one that's covered mostly by water.
That's true. No one has any water is such a sacred thing from where I'm from, but here it's so abundant that no one seems to understand the miracle that they have.
No, I used to be a smuggler on Dune.
Oh, really now?
I was much younger, yes. I didn't do any fighting, but I helped people. I helped a smuggling crew back in the day. Not the first
exactly
Fremen I've seen.
What exactly did you smuggle then, Marcus?
The only thing that gets smuggled out of your planet. Spice.
Careful now. You've given me alcohol, so I'm in a good mood. Don't ruin it by being something I'll find very irritable right now.
Now to remind you, Red. Fremen do sell spice to the Spacing Guild, so that the Spacing Guild doesn't like fuck with the satellites.
These I understand that.
These are people who your people work with. Your people safe.
That's fine, because her thing was basically saying like, "Hey, are you on my side or were you on someone else's side?"
She definitely doesn't look like a Harkonnen soldier.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know too much about that, but I assume she doesn't know too much about the people of Harkonnen. But yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like you would be very familiar with the smugglers that basically work with some of the Fremen. Because there's two types of. It's either like. Now there are smugglers who do just steal the spice for themselves. So he's either that, but those would not interact with Fremen. That's why he said like you're not the first Fremen I've seen. That implies he was working with other Fremen tribes.
Okay. good. I was happy to know he wasn't one part of the other group who would probably kill them. So yes, okay, that's fine enough. Oh then, as you can see, I'm definitely a sore thumb sticking out here.
Suppose so, but I'll be honest, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
True enough. And what exactly are you now if you're not a smuggler? You said you're the wind captain. What does that mean?
Well, I trained for several years. Became a full-fledged soldier now. And, well, full with experience leading units in dangerous situations. Got promoted as captains. Me and, well, I used to be part of a crew that was working for the Lord Commander's uncle back in the day. A lot of the wind swords were recruited from those ranks. Oh, you cut out for me. Repeat that. Am I dead? Can anyone else hear me?
No, I did hear Red distinctly just like cut out.
Okay.
It is 12 a.m. It is approximately time for the
Coffee break.
American internet workers to spill their coffee on the servers.
It's
The gnomes are on break right now, Grunt.
they're calling in their union
This
break.
is their 5-minute tea break, and then they have another 24 hours of work to do.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Listen, Amelia. Jeff,
But wait
no.
for it to get back. Wait for it to get back. Listen, no, the problem isn't that you were taught a lesson, Jeff. The problem is, God, a broken arm right after you stormed out of his office. What are you thinking, dude?
Don't listen. Honestly, I'm gonna give her a raise.
Just give up your bruises on the stomach. That could be hidden.
Yeah, but
What are you?
He clearly didn't want to turn off the shield, so he clearly wanted this. Listen,
Jeff.
Spy
Like-
Master should be happy and kill the guy. I should have killed him. Actually, I'm gonna kill him now. I've changed my
Listen,
mind.
Jeff sees no reason to blow this up because I don't think it'll go good for him.
That's the point. Like Amelia knows that instinctively, but still, it's like still like, why even let the rumors spill? Why just send the Fremen? Send someone else to tell them to turn the shields off. We just want to give you a few bruises. The Fremen's too fucking stupid to fucking ask him to turn the shield off.
Listen, a part of Jeff is thinking, listen, again, this will hurt Scott way more than this hurts me. My broken, it was the gnomes. It was not the gnomes at Discord. It was the gnomes at the power plant. The fairies who keep the lights going. They called it their break. Listen, Ma, you can always jump ship. I think you're a good soul. I think you're a good gal. I think you're reasonable. I'm sorry, I've looked at the viability of this situation and I don't think Scott is my path to power, Amelia.
Holy shit, her power went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the gnomes and the fairies, they run like the power plant. They've all coded
They
their
did.
breaks.
Yeah. They
God,
did. They shut our power off.
I did read a thing. I'm not even sure if it's like true, but I was like, holy shit, if it is. Because I saw an article which basically was investigating power costs in America surging because they're building the data centers.
Because of AI.
Yeah, that's true. That's,
Holy shit,
Yeah.
man, that's so
Aga-
fucked.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
AI sucked up so much electricity, to offset that, they just charge everyone else more.
So fucked up.
Yes. Because the problem is there's no federal regulation on how much power companies can charge you. They can just charge you whatever the fuck they want. And there's no competition, so you can't like go to anyone else. Because power companies are all private. There's no federal power company.
Yeah. I was so fucking sad when I saw this.
Yeah,
like,
an
holy
AI
shit.
data center being built in your area can raise your fucking power bill by as much as like 200%.
Fucking insane.
Like legitimately, if an AI data center opened up in my area, I'm legitimately at this point I would just firebomb it because my alternative is homelessness.
Because yeah, it's not like you even can control that. It's like, well, they just build it. You're fucked now.
Yeah, because even if you shut off all your fucking power, your building still uses power even if you don't have any electricity going, and it'll be 200% extra.
Insane.
Yep.
Yes, it's why I think somebody should kill Peter Thiel in Minecraft in Roblox. It's why I think
Minecraft doesn't work against federal.
It's why I think people should in Fortresscraft beat him with hammers until he despawns.
There you go. There you go. Better. In Minecraft, sadly.
Because I can't play Minecraft anymore because the FBI knows about that.
I feel like every time I'm like, this fictional universe I write, this is
Yes.
borderline
If you want to
calculation
make a
evil.
realistic cyberpunk world, there's a reason. There's a reason cyberpunk's an American genre, predominantly.
If you look at the rest of cyberpunk world, actually, like, it's not that insane. Like, yeah, we have the fucking environmental disaster, which is actually realistic. But like, the EU is still around. Like, Russia's
I'm
still.
surprised. Like, I feel. Problem is, like in Romania, when they hiked up prices for electricity because of like certain things, people just went out to protest like en masse. Like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised in
Now,
America
the
there's not
problem
fucking
is,
riots about this.
America, the police have machine guns.
That's also true.
And they will use them. I want to remind you, when the LA protests happened, there was live footage of a police officer literally looking at a foreign journalist, looking away, looking back, and deciding to shoot her with a rubber bullet
Oh my fucking.
when she was like 30 feet away. And nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it even happened like live. Like, I remember like watching like the German fucking like news people. When I was watching the
Because
German
yeah,
news.
it was an Australian news anchor that happened to. You can literally see him in real time decide, yeah, I'm gonna shoot her, and raise the gun and fire at her.
This happened more than once, by the way. It's not the only case. Multiple times.
Oh yeah, no, there are multiple cases of it happening, but yeah, no, like American police are fucking wild. If people actually protested and it got even if it didn't get violent. Because unfortunately, American police do practice the time-honored tradition of putting a police officer in plain clothes in the protest to throw a rock, and then that justifies using a military-grade weapon to kill everyone.
That's my point. I feel like there's no way other than to get violent. Like, if like this is the fucking like holy shit.
Yes, we are rapidly reaching that point where most people are starting to think, well, if police are going to brutalize me even if I'm peaceful, why shouldn't I just kill the cop?
Holy shit.
That is a genuine question some people are starting to ask. If I'm entirely peaceful and lawful, the cop is still going to beat my ass and maybe kill me, and he'll not suffer any jail time for it. Most likely. So why shouldn't I just brick the cop over the back of the head?
See, this is the funny shit, because like I will watch many compilations of like funny videos with like Romanian police where there's like an insane drunk man who like is surrounded by cops and he's like, yeah, shoot me, I dare you, shoot me, and they're like trying to like restrain him because nobody's actually gonna shoot him. Meanwhile,
In
I
America,
watch
he'd be
videos.
shot 15 times.
watch the Americans are like, yeah, we got them down. That was like, what?
Listen,
Tango
now listen.
down.
Yeah, American cops are wild, man. Now listen, now to be fair, I will admit, I do have a guilty pleasure. The ACAB, the all cops are bastards, does leave my body whenever I watch a sovereign citizen gets fucking beat up by cops compilation. It does leave my body whenever I watch that, but otherwise, yeah, no, fuck cops. Quite literally, I do not exaggerate when I do say all cops in America are fascists. Quite literally, yes, yes, all American cops, institutionally, are authoritarian. Now, to be fair, all cops are authoritarian, but American cops are a fucking crazy breed of authoritarian.
Funny part is in Romania, a lot of problems with police is that they're very passive and they're like, well, seems like a lot of paperwork, so I'll just ignore it. Like,
I'll be honest, in America, that's the problem. In America, that might actually be the problem. You can bribe the cops in America, but if the cop beats you up and you say, I bribed him, the judge will say, I don't believe you.
Like, usually, it's like special forces people who, like, usually get, like, sent to violent protests and, like, will actually beat people.
Grunt.
Like, the fact that I see, like, regular fucking Joe Schmo cop.
Because of the unwinding, the downturn of the war on terror, Lockheed Martin and Halliburton and all those other military industrial companies have a lot of stuff they didn't sell, which means they sold to the police. You do, in fact, just have police who are armed with military-grade weapons for no fucking reason other than the fact that we had them lying around, and I want money.
Well, many police departments, in fact, because there's a law that allows like the police to purchase military surplus, and in fact, it is sometimes cheaper. Just purchase a fucking MRAP, even though it makes no sense in the city because it's fucking slow.
And now, if you spend like half the fucking county's budget on military weapons, you better fucking use them, because otherwise you just wasted all that fucking money.
Yeah, only France has a similarly militarized like gendarme force, but most Europeans no. Most Europeans have their special forces like tactically are like sitting on a base and then they move out.
Admittedly, I will admit to some sympathy with the police. If I had to police the second nation, I also would want to have military weapons, because holy fucking shit.
Yeah. Welcome back, Red. Can you hear us? Can you speak? I don't like the silence.
Take the deafening silence as a no.
Also, I noticed now that the status she has.
She's had that for weeks. Is it mourning the dread laughter? She's had that for weeks.
It's another one.
Oh, what is it?
God, stop giving me the toughest battle. I am not that guy.
I disagree, Red.
But according to Hate, she is that guy.
Yes. You've been outvoted, Red.
And I personally, Hate would never lie. So, I think she's fibbing. So you should give her tougher battles.
Yes, I agree.
Listen, she did beat Chef.
I will say this genuinely: Red is second only to me in terms of. Yes, I can.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Red, before we start, we do have to put you on trial here. What do you mean by that? By your current what was it, Grunt? I already forgot. I'm pretty hammered right now.
Your current status. God, stop giving me your toughest battles. I'm not that guy.
Listen, it's been a crazy week, man. It's been a crazy week. Not just
Red. Referring to Hate, you are that guy.
Hate is a lying son of a bitch. I am not that guy.
He never lies. I believe
I
him.
don't think Hate ever lies.
But
Listen, you did beat. You won Chef. You could beat Chef.
I don't think that counts for much.
So yeah, he did give you some plum alcohol.
You know.
he was speaking about his time on Arrakis as a kid.
Yeah, because I was asking about I was asking about his status and what it means. He said he was a smuggler, and now he's working under Lord Commander. Yeah, yeah, okay.
I only weren't exactly the friendliest, so I wasn't really doing much talking other than well, taking the spice and handing it over to the guild, But I did get to pick up a thing or two.
What exactly was that thing or two?
Ah. You know what? He will say in your native tongue. He will basically say like a very like formal greeting.
It's a little awkward, but you do seem to. At least you're not lying. At the very least.
So
you might want to go with something more casual. I don't think this requires such formal situations right here.
You be casual to the Fremen. I'm not gonna take that chance. Very respectful.
Mr. Smuggler can't live a little bit wild.
No, I quite am in love with the water in my body. Thank you.
Well, it is a lovely body at that.
Careful now. Not gonna start spitting yet.
Well then, Marcus of the Captain of the Winds and all that. What exactly do your men do then?
Well, to be honest, our new elite fighting force that the Lord Commander has been personally overseeing. Started out a few years ago, training under the tutelage of Gina's Swordsmaster.
Well then, if that's the case, I have to ask if you were willing to test your blade with mine.
I think I'll match Lord Vodnik's prowess, but I'm more than willing. Give you a run for your money.
Very well, then a challenge would be fun. I've met such many interesting people since I've been here. What's another?
He'll chuckle and nod. You wanna spar with this guy?
Yeah.
All right.
I will be
You're
happy.
asking by a third guy.
Yeah, listen, nah,
I know.
listen. You eventually have to roll good.
Eventually, I do appreciate your belief in me.
Listen, inevitably you have to be competent. The thing you're good at, right?
It's the one thing I have. I have to be
Well,
confident.
I played Dark Souls for like 200 hours. I
Yeah.
passable at it.
Listen, you beat Chef. You can always claim that. You did that. You did it. Congratulations.
Thank you for that pity back.
You
I
vanquished
appreciate
the
that.
terrible bean counter.
The equivalent of beating up the tax man.
I presume this will be a
You have
casual.
determination.
This will be
Yes.
a casual spar, so I won't have you run through a full duel.
Yeah.
Listen, you have one momentum if you want to spend it.
I do.
You have one momentum. You buy threat. You have determination.
Everything.
Everything I can.
Roll 520s. Even on the
Okay.
determination dice.
Let's see.
You buy
God.
one threat as well?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll bully myself into getting one threat. Why not?
Well, that's good, because I'm
Yes.
gonna spend one threat on this roll. I'm gonna make it that easy for you.
Yeah,
You have determination.
He beats
I
your
do.
ass.
I'm using it. Finally. God.
Success.
Now watch him roll 3 ones and like beat you with 6 successes.
God, yeah. Don't laugh, Grunt.
So, Groth, how many crits do you get?
Yeah.
Hold on. Here's me. Red.
It's even
The orb, Mac. The orb.
You get I don't remember. Do you get the crits? You have a focus on I think you do on a matching, right?
Yeah. on the matching. Yeah, that's just the worst.
Technically, you don't draw that you do. Because I remember in the last campaign, we did have that edge case a few times, and I'm pretty sure at the time you were like,
Actually,
"No, I count that as a crit."
actually, no, it does. Look up. Here's a roll from Hikmat. Focus
Yeah.
8. She got the crit.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
post it right here.
Okay.
So yeah. Listen.
Again, don't trust me. I'm hammered. Don't trust me.
Thank you, Mac. Listen, you'll begin sparring, and this guy's no slouch. He's able to match your intensity blow for blow. Which, listen, you don't get overwhelmed, like with Alexei, but you don't get to overwhelm him either.
He's able to keep up. Okay.
Yes, he is. He is.
Every man
Also
happens in
rolled
Alpha.
4 successes. Oh, I just tossed one of them down the stairs.
I'm sorry, Grant, you cut off. What did
Don't
you say
worry.
he was able to roll?
He's,
What?
he's also rolled 4
Oh, that's
successes.
right. No,
Okay.
no, I heard that last part.
Oh no.
One of them fell off the wagon.
Listen. He's matching you blow for blow as we'll have a couple of series or you spar.
Mm.
Well, suppose Bar it's as good as I remember. Well,
Hmm. I don't think I remember fighting you, or is it talking about Fremen in general?
I don't I'm talking about Fremen in general, but you know it's good to revisit this test after a decade.
Well, your skills are actually very admirable. So far, this entire planet seems to have its own set of noble warriors and all that. Strange people, but still.
How strange.
Strange for my people, but I guess not strange for you. Your Lord Vodnik is a character.
Lord Vodnik is imagine you are the most foolish man out there. Believe in certain principles that would, well, normally would get you killed. See, if you soften noble, you anger some diplomat or envoy, well, there's a lot of assassins that can be dispatched to end you. Now, see, Lord Vodnik is the answer to the question of what if you kill all the assassins that get sent after you? And I do mean all of them.
One who can endure, I presume, as well.
I've seen him train. I've never seen a fighter on his caliber. Neither the swordmaster. Well, he called him soul reborn. I believe that, in a school. Say certain souls get reborn into new people. And well, said Alexei is one of them. Once in a lifetime, once in a generation talent.
I can see he is someone who would be blessed. I could believe it. Some odd type of magic or such.
I'm not sure if it's magic, fate, or continuous stream of good fortune, but I've sparred with him several times, and I would usually get overwhelmed within 3 seconds at most, and never once managed to get an inch on him.
Well, something to thrive for, or some unattainable feat. He would do well, and well, he seems to be content here.
I'm not sure about that. He rarely seems content about anything.
I think if my Madib ever had a chance to set his eyes on him, he would be just as impressed.
Kind of like raise an eyebrow. Not familiar with that name.
I'm not too sure. You all are so far from, what's been happening. How aware are you people, I believe, about what has happened to your emperor? Emperor.
Think I give a shit about politics to keep up with them?
Nah. Well, at the very least, Lisa Nalgaib is true, and has taken your emperor's life, claimed his daughter for his own, and has decided to set on making paradise.
For him, I suppose.
Good for you, us all. That's why I'm here. I'm here to assess. I think that's the word they use. I am here to watch and see and learn.
I think assess was the correct term. After all,
yes.
When you prepare for an invasion, it's good to see what you're preparing for.
I would say invasion is a rough word, but maybe it might be apt. If we are friends, then there will be no such invasion, just friendly conversation. And if we are not friends, then, well, we do what we must.
Well, I'm not sure if your day is busy, but I think mine still is clear. You want to enlighten me about this prophet of yours? More than willing to listen.
Are you now? She does have a smile on her face as she said that. Very well. I shall speak of my people's stories and our prophecy as well.
Listen, my room or yours?
I want to make sure you're comfortable at the very least. I think yours we should start with.
I'm comfortable wherever. I'll grab the bottle of alcohol. Follow you.
Yes, of course.
Listen. It'll be a bit awkward.
Trying to true destiny, right? I see.
Listen. Are gonna go to his room, I suppose, then?
Yeah.
Pour you a glass. Now listen, listen, his advances are not that subtle.
Hand on your shoulder, Grunt. I've rewritten the backstory. She's gonna go ahead and do it for it.
You've rewritten the backstory. I can't believe this.
You finally.
That's really fleeing from what she knows would happen otherwise. God damn. Howard.
All right.
I was setting up for.
This is one method of converting people. It's fine.
You get nice benefits if you join.
The cool benefits. We have parties like this every Saturday on the weekends. If you want to come with.
So afraid of Scott. Damn.
I was gonna go with Scott, but then this opportunity presented itself. We can still do it. I'm not sure if Scott's going for it. I can do both.
Yeah, I'm totally sure.
What if you can handle both of them at the same time? What if you can do both at the same time?
Listen, I don't know. Romance and physical relationships are two different things, guys. Come on.
Yeah. I'm sure he won't suck you into an actual romantic, emotional connection out of this physical contact. I'm sure, Brad. Glad you say.
Believe in me, Zaz, please. Believe in me.
No, We know.
Red person. When it comes to romances, you are an omelet. You are laundry. You are a flip phone, a folding chair.
Red, we know. Our orbs never lie. Even if Brent denies our orb sometimes.
The orbs never lie now.
Listen. While you will have the rest of the day busy, Amelia, I think one of the guards, not one of the guards. I was gonna say, what do you want to do? Actually, I should ask you that before.
Well, ostensibly, Amelia is like going about her normal day, but she's like setting like affairs in place because as far as she is concerned, like, well, I've been told I'll be going to House Artorias here soon, so yeah, like she is like making some preparations for that subtly.
As you're in your office, presumably prepping for the journey and making sure everything is in place. Will be a soft knock before the door opens as you see Asia walking in.
Lady Orpheus.
Apologize for the disturbance, but I wish to speak with you about a rather delicate matter.
Of course, have a seat.
Tell me, Amelia, what? You've been here for a few months now, and well, what is your plan here?
Amelia will kind of say, Amelia will look up and she'll say, well, I suppose if you're going to directly ask me like that, there's no point in hiding. Well, my plan is to ensure that the peace remains on Azor. I lived through a war. I don't want to see another one.
Was I wept, and then I had to hold my tears, and I had to negotiate. I had to put a lot of strings, use all the favor I've earned, make sure that Earth will be rebuilt without anyone owning it. While previous Lord Elios was a harsh but quite competent man I had many understandings with, a very fruitful business relationship. I had hope his nephew would be more pliable, but it seems I've been mistaken. 2 hours ago, three of his windswords and the Fremen forced my guards away from Mr. Bailey's office, and Mr. Bailey now is with a broken arm, being attended by the physicians.
There'll be a slight look of exasperation as he'll say, of course it's something so public.
It's not a man to do subtle things. It's...
No. I've found a few things about him in the past few weeks.
don't think he's exactly the kind of man people portray him as, but he does seem to go on his gut, his instinct.
That would be accurate. Oh. Have position. You work with me and keep this planet from getting dragged into another war. You must have noticed the Lord Commander's personal project where his uncle built industry. He builds war machines, where his uncle promoted stability and economic growth. He prefers militarization and chaos, sowing seeds of unrest. Your intention is for a peaceful Azhar. Don't think the military leader is the way to go.
Jamila will say, it is as I desire peace on Azar. I'll admit it is a brave new world we're all working in. No emperor, no Sadakar to defend everyone. Desire peace on Azar. If people desire military ventures elsewhere, I don't. Something to keep them busy, I suppose. But yes, I do desire peace on Azar, specifically. Which, Nikasi, I'll ask you to be forthright. What are your plans?
I want to snap the Helheim strings that latch onto our planet. I believe Mr. Bailey has already started that process, and I plan on finishing it. After that, whether directly or indirectly, I will see a previous Lord's vision filled. Right now, I don't think he would be very appreciative of the direction his nephew has taken things. Scott requires a certain hand to guide him. His intentions may be good, but his methods are quite troublesome. I believe working together, we would be able to guide him in the appropriate direction.
Now, Grant, could I roll a stand roll on what you just said to determine how much of that does she actually believe and how much of that is perhaps being worded to appeal to Amelia?
Yes.
And, I do have to ask, based on what I know of the plots going on so far, would deductive reasoning apply here at all?
Yeah.
Cool. How much momentum do we have, if any? 0. Cool. Well, listen,
How much are you buying?
Well, first of all, I do think my unquestionable loyalty applies here. So
Yes.
I will use determination. And this sounds pretty serious. I think I'll buy 2 dice. So 4 dice. I'll be rolling 4 dice in total.
It's this in chat.
Well. Is that the +1 XP for everyone? Yes. Well, let me roll 7
Holy
successes.
shit.
Lady Cassia, I hope you're telling the truth here, because if you are, I am the best asset you could have on this fucking planet. I did roll 3 ones there.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
Well, actually,
2 ones actually. 2 ones actually, but still pretty great.
Yeah, there are 2 ones because 2 crits. Yeah, because one of them is like a determination.
I will unravel these secrets.
Scott, it seems you have too many plates.
So what was your initial question?
Basically, she said the whole thing about like how the Lord Commander wouldn't be happy. The Lord Commander needs like a hand to guide him.
Yeah.
She also wants peace in Azov. Basically, what she was trying to ask, like, just saying, how much of that did she mean,
All of it.
and how much of that? Because she said all of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's not bullshitting you. Now she would like be at the steering wheel. But yeah, no, she doesn't. She doesn't like. She clearly was quite devastated when the fucking city was bombed, and like the people in her hometown were also fucked up by the war. Like she also lost severely. And as far as you know, she is like still a woman of the people. She is quite popular, and that's no accident. Like she is clearly very well entrenched within the local scene.
Oh, that information changes some things.
She's just like, well, I'm clearly a better like ruler than he is. I should make these decisions. Let's let him handle the fucking like fighting and warfare. But like this politics, no. He's bad at it. I'm much better. You should be working with me.
Oof, that is if the read is on her being straightforwardly honest with that does change some things.
I'll say this: Hades would definitely not approve of this. Like you would know that. This is exactly the thing Hades is worried about and wants to prevent.
Listen, Hades would worry about it, but I'm looking at my ambition there. Dangerous times call for bold measures, as Billy will say. He'll actually say, think, Lady Orpheus. I'm sure you are aware enough of who I actually represent.
I have my suspicions. He and Lord Hades have danced around. Well, he has the upper hand. I am mostly one doing the dancing. Luckily for him, Lord Commander is a very hard man to guard against my schemes for obvious reasons.
Yes, well, I have my own opinions of the Lord Commander. I don't think he's I don't think he's nearly as unskilled as some people accuse him of being, but he certainly does go by instinct rather than any plan. But I do think in such dangerous times it might be best for bridges to be built between the camps and Azar.
Kind of raises an eyebrow. I don't think he is interested in that.
He's not, but he has his own, as all nobles do, he has his own fears, paranoia, suspicions. If you do mean what you said to me, I do think there's a road there. And even if he proves exceptionally stubborn, I do think he can be brought on board. These are, as I said, these are very dangerous times we do live in. With the Emperor gone, with the Sardaukar gone, with there being only the protection that the Spacing Guild can provide now, I suppose. Previous assumptions, previous rivalries may have to be tossed to the wayside.
Suppose you're right.
Which is why I'll give you this, Lady Cassia. You have to forgive me if I do hold some cards still close to my chest. But I will give you this. I investigated the scheme at Lumen. I did find certain things. And while the evidence admittedly does point to Helheim, part of that scheme was that you would go to Lumen. Which is why, if it's a Helheim scheme, I have to wonder why the Lady Helheim would take your place there. I do think that there's someone else working at this. At the very least, the scheme might be so complex that all the pieces might not know their roles.
Frowns a bit, nods. This is an interesting. Suppose then Mr. Bailey did throw a spanner in the works.
He did. Which is why, hell, this is where I'm getting into the realm of hypotheticals, Cassia, but I will be sent to speak with House Artorias here soon to get them on board, and if we play our cards right, we'll have something for the more militarily minded on Azar to direct themselves towards, which will leave the actual work of continuing rebuilding, administration, and peacekeeping to those who are more fit for it.
This gives me an idea. Saying it's true, combined with what Mr. Bailey has achieved. Well, you poke the hornet's nest. Someone has to come knocking. That means there's a chance whoever is behind this might be pushed into more direct and forward action.
Yes, they would.
I have one condition.
What is it?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no! If she actually says like name one condition, Milo will actually say, "Oh, name it. If I find it acceptable, I see no reason that we cannot go forward."
No, she was gonna say I have one condition which I will work with. I was gonna phrase it a bit differently. She'll say there's only one condition I will accept Lord Hades, I suppose. You think you can bridge this gap? I think that will show me that your boasts are not just empty words, but actually backed with facts.
That would be.
Lord Hades is unmarried. I am unmarried. And convince him to agree to such a union. That would tie both my and his hands in this scheme. It would make it much more difficult to back out.
Amelia will actually give a nod, as she'll say, "I have not yet informed Lord Hades of the plots going on Azar. I believe if I bring him the news of what happens, bring him the news of what the steward has found, I can impress on him the need for a united front against, for now, let's say Helheim, until we have more solid information."
She'll nod as well. You don't need to roll to see what the fucking scheme is here, because basically if Orpheus marries into Hades, that basically brings two out of the four minor houses on the planet together. But House Ruvinum has been in a sort of downfall, and Draco has its entire reputation fucking shattered because of recent events. So it would form potentially a power base that would basically more or less guarantee total dominance across the political spectrum.
Yeah. Listen, Amelia's I'll be honest, Amelia thinks we can work with that. Yes, Amelia will say, she'll extend a hand, she'll say, I'll speak with Lord Hades on the matter, and I think it's time to mend all the bridges that have been so damaged over the years. Do you think, in the broad strokes of things, we have similar enough goals? I think everyone can compromise.
No, the Lord Commander would see this as a betrayal.
I'm I'm aware he would. But at the end of the day, while I was told, part of my training, to be loyal to a certain house, I'll never forget the scenes of Earth. The burning buildings, the smell of the dead. I'm loyal to Azar, above all else.
She'll smile and nod as. Then I await your response, and I'll begin moving the pieces on my end as well.
Neil will just nod at that.
Yeah. Does anyone wants to do the next day or so, other than presumably what's the plan here, Emilia? Do you want to travel to him, or because it seems like something you would like to discuss in person?
Yeah, she does want to go to him because there's a bit of a complex scheme she is thinking of, which is because she is thinking of, well, if Dorian gets in with her, and she thinks I'm with her, and then we talk to House Artorias to be loyal to Scott directly, we do still keep the balance of power.
You would split the planet between the social, political, and intrigue, and
Yeah, the outside world will feel unified, but we do keep a nice balance of things underneath.
I presume you will arrange for your quick and expeditious travel.
Yes.
Wonderful. What about Hikmat, Jeff?
Conveniently out of court. Throw hammers at them.
I will.
I presume the promise Scott made to her won't happen immediately. It will take time.
Yes, like basically 2 days.
Yeah. So outside of that, there's not much in the way Hitmech can do. So yeah, it's just same old. Nothing too difficult, I presume.
Well, are you gonna spend time with the Windsword Captain, Hikmat?
Yeah, I'll just spend time with the sword captain, with Scott. Yeah, nothing really too crazy about that.
Well, Scott's gonna be rather busy.
Ah, I see. He's dealing with his
Distracted, one
woes.
might say.
Mm-mm.
Keeping him in the dark. What about you, Jeff?
Well, part of it is a bit of a recovery, but
It's gonna take like some time for the hand to heal.
yeah.
The child has been shipped off with Alexi. I don't think Fiala's gonna be. Fiala's gonna be, listen, Alexi. People already see me as a fucking witch controlling you. That my
No, I think it'll
reputation
be
is not that good to begin with. It's fine. Nothing that much.
she's probably find it funny, so I think you're fine. She's fine with that.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Alexi,
pal. I think we're thinking what the present actor is thinking about that.
Listen, Fiala has enjoys the entertainment even at her own detriment. I remember that at the very least, so she would find this fun.
listen, husband. This is a test run. Now that you're back home, well, there's no more escaping. I think we need. Listen, the house needs an heir eventually.
Training wheels.
Fuck me.
But yeah, no. If there's nothing else, you another 2 minutes of break. Question is, do people want to continue a bit longer? Because it would be helpful for me to see how the discussion pans out with Hades.
I can go a little bit longer.
Yeah, I can go a little bit longer. I just pulled myself another drink.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Listen, Jeff won't even be mad. He was like, wait, you're wasting yourself for me? That's a bit much.
How's
Well, listen, genuinely, Amelia will, if she finds out your promise, she will argue that, well, you gotta give him something still. Find
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, you can't just, yeah, I agree.
It's bad form to, listen, I understand sometimes you gotta, like, tell a pawn you're not gonna get the promotion to king, but it's bad form to leave them holding the bag.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Amalia is thinking of quite the scheme. It's, well, Hades, I didn't tell her everything. I'm gonna tell you everything. So that way, we do have some leverage over her. And I'm gonna talk to House Artorias.
Again, welcome to the team. I'm sorry, Scott ain't that guy.
In Amelia's head, Scott will still have a lot of power. Because he'll have House Artorias on his side, and House Draco is, presumably.
So, we'll actually arrange travel to Iraq, where he is currently having his court. As have to leave and deep for a bit. As Hades will meet you, of course. As have a private audience with him. He'll say, good to see you. Hope things are going well. I was surprised to hear of your urgent arrival.
Yes, well, that's because, well, would be an overstatement, but I have found out much in a short period of time.
I heard about the tragedy in Lumen. And this is in regards to that.
Yes, as just to just say this, like, she will in fact reveal what she found at Lumen and what Jeff found. Just because I don't want to have to go through all that. And she will include also the missing child, like the found like Kairos child in that as well.
Ah, quite the ruse.
Yes, but the reason I come here in person and not just tell you that over an encrypted message. Well, I don't. Helheim is the obvious candidate for this, but recently there has been some events. Classia will not be going to Lumen. Victoria Helheim will be in her stead. Which is strange if this is a Helheim scheme. And I am soon to speak with House Artorias to get them on the Lord Aelios's side, as somebody is clearly attempting to frame them. But there is one recent development I do want to directly speak with you with, Lord Hades. I was recently approached by Lady Orpheus. And she did strike up an interesting proposition. I did tell her select bits of this information. Not all of it. We still know more than she does, but she has expressed an interest in marrying you in exchange for a more united front in these dangerous times.
Ah. I see the scheme here. Must think I'm an idiot.
I suddenly think she's getting one over, but if I may, Lord Hades, explain. She does not know about the missing, the living Kairos child. I've kept her certain things in the dark. She knows about the Helheim accounts from the steward, and I've told her about the Helheim plan for Lumen, but I've not told her about the attempt that may be committed on her cousin. And Lord Aelius has planned to send that cousin with me to speak with House Artorius. I do plan to get them on Lord Aelios' side, not Lady Orpheus' side. A united front, but with a balance of power, if you will.
I still don't see why I should accept such a preposterous deal.
Because Lord Hades, if she thinks she is winning, if she thinks she is successful, if she thinks she has me fully on her side, I do believe she will be less careful in her movements. She will clue me in if she thinks I am converted to her agent. And if Lord Aelios gets the allegiance of Artorius and Draco, and his own men, combined with yourself and House Nyx, I do think we can maneuver Lady Cassia into a position where she still benefits, but we ensure that it is to our satisfaction at the end of the day.
If I marry her, I tie my house to hers. All the baggage that comes along. Hades has a good reputation. If I do this, not only will I stain that, I will give plenty of people of things to talk about. And not to mention, quite strain my relationship with the Lord Commander. You do understand that point.
I do understand that. Which is why I do have to stress, I do not know who was responsible for Lumen. I know they tried to frame Artorius, and I have suspicions they're currently framing House Helheim. Which means the actual people responsible are still moving, still on the board, free to operate as they see fit. And with the Emperor dead, with the protection of the Sardaukar gone, I would not ask you this, Lord Hades, if I did not think it was the best course of action if we play it correctly. But now is not, in my opinion, the time for cautious maneuvers.
It's a political suicide. This is a bold maneuver. That is a bold maneuver against the Lord Commander. Yet you claim that you plan on not betraying him.
Yes. That's because recently, to be honest, if you presume him to be a fool, you would be partially correct, but he is not a fool without skill. I think he is smarter than we give him credit for. I do think, and perhaps this is presumptuous of me, I may be committing the sin of hubris here. I do think this is a balancing act I can play. Balancing act you entrusted me to play. You sent me there.
So you understand how he will react when he hears about this. And you think you can manage him.
He wanted to, I believe, gut his own steward over an insult, and I prevented that. Yes, I do think I can manage him.
I'll have asked you to roll me a communicate roll. Or listen, you can use understand as well, because this is a very logical argument you're making.
Yes, I have a question. Would either charm or deductive reasoning apply? I don't think deductive reasoning will apply.
No. Listen, I'll say this because I'll let you roll with charm, but that in my mind, you're not charming him, but you're making an argument that you can charm Scott. So you know what? I'll let you use it. I'll let you roll with communicate and charm as a focus.
Yes. I have a question. How much do we have any motivation?
No.
Not motivation.
No.
Fuck, momentum.
You also have 0 threat, so.
You have 0 threat. And if it's communication, I get to reroll dice.
Yeah.
Threat.
How much threat are you buying?
I think it costs 3 threat to get 4 dice.
Yeah, 3 threat to get an additional 2.
Yeah, I'll roll. I'll spend 3 debt to get up to 4 dice.
Yeah.
And listen, I'll re-roll that 19.
Go ahead.
Not a
Which
crit.
means that's that's 5 successes. Unfortunately, that's just 1 above a crit, but that's 5 successes.
Technically, counter. He's like, I don't want this, man. This is. So listen. Not well. Yeah, he'll not say. Very well. Shall make the formal proposition then. You will be able to deliver it to her yourself.
Amelia will nod, and she'll say, "Thank you for your trust in this matter, Lord Hades."
You'll nod. Well, back at court, this is going on. The news. Well, Jeff, you expected the news. You were told that they're coming.
House Hala is here.
They are indeed. A day after Amelia left, they would be arriving. As listen, they're not big on fanfare, but they are still a great house. So there will be a big procession happening as people will streaming in, and Scott will be there to greet them personally. As well, you're will be in your office as you are not really needed for these sort of events. You'll be there for like the opening ceremony, but after that you will be dismissed. Hikmat, you will have the pleasure, I guess, to witness a large amount of people again. More ceremonies, more well, pompousness, I suppose. Scott looks completely disinterested in this affair. He barely keeps it together for the entire ceremony before, well, it'll be over and you can all be on your way. As Jeff, in your office, you will be approached by Orpheus. She does have things she wants to discuss with you. She'll say, Mr. Bailey, how is the arm?
It's already getting better.
I do apologize. Well,
It was about to be expected. I think. Besides, I think I hurt him way more than he did me.
she nods. Say, there is something I wish to discuss about our previous arrangement. I believe I will have to. There's a chance I will have to back down from that. I don't want to mislead you. It's not my intention. But you are still an associate. Your desire for nobility, well, is still on the table for me. I believe. Sorry, go ahead.
Simply nada. Listen, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't expect getting the nobility for marrying a head of a house. So.
It's true.
I was surprised by the offer. Your hand in marriage is a quite valuable tool.
It is, but as my reputation is well known to you, I know most nobles will not touch me, physically or metaphorically. But I have a simple question for you. How far are you willing to go?
You lean back. Listen, life is nothing without risk, and so ways to not use available tools.
I am asking for a simple trade. Your chum contact for the foreseeable future stewardship of Lumen.
She'll kind of perk up. Since this is a trade, what's the other side of the bargain?
Just told you. Tell me the name of the home contact. Gave all this information.
Very well then. I don't think I need to roll for the implication here. I think there's something sus.
The implication is he's probably not going to be our contact after you
Yeah.
rat him out like this.
Yeah, this is sorry, Gary.
Listen, let us rise together, Jeff. I think we both have higher stations we can attend to.
I see. I listen. I'll forward you Mr. Goldman's details then.
See. Well. I need something else then. That name is a very familiar name to me.
Ran into him before. He's a bit of an old hound.
I know. I need you to deliver this piece of information. Its contents are for him alone. Do this. Down the package. Your status as a noble guaranteed, and with time I believe you will earn the spot of ruler over Lumen.
Simply not. I'll make sure it reaches them.
And if it does, well, you prepare yourself for a wedding. Once that arm will be healed, I shall smile. Take her leave.
Listen, this is still amazing. This is still good. It's even better. I'm a rule of a city.
Yeah.
It's even better than just being the cons of a minor house.
Hikmat. Are you gonna be spending most of the time at? This is like a small. It's like a small hall that has been assigned to you, given to you to hold your events on as frequently as you wish. I assume you're not gonna spend all your time there.
No, like she if the people don't come to her, she has to go to them type of things, basically.
The question is, would you still be hanging around the palace?
Yeah, her main mission still is that, so I don't think she would give it up entirely. No. Yeah, so she would still be spending time around the palace.
You will be noticing one of the hallways, two people walking, talking, laughing even, as it's Scott with a new woman that you haven't seen around. Of course, I think it surprised you at this point.
No, not really.
Another one.
I'm just gonna need you to give me a discipline roll, and your observe does apply here.
Okay.
I think challenge is the appropriate dice roll.
Gotcha.
Yeah, let me funny counter roll. Button. Don't hear him. Suddenly, like, feel almost like a presence behind you. Turn around, and you see it's a robed man, a metal mask covering his face. Okay. Does make quick friends, doesn't he?
He seems to enjoy at the very least. Though it seems to call all manners of grief, but yes. And you are not someone I've seen around here before.
No. Say I'm a friend.
Well, I don't have many friends that look like you, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
Hence why you don't know how I look. How can you tell?
True enough. What can I help you with, stranger?
See, like, we'll like kind of like just tilt the mask, and he will in fact spit at your feet, or like placing it back down.
High praise, at the very least. I don't think I surprised at the very least.
I'm bearing news. The Emperor launched, conquered one planet successfully. Yet the great houses still contest him.
Foolish. They should know their place in this.
Hence why I'm a friend. Friend of you and friend to your people. Supporter of your prophet.
She nods. I will, at the very least, always happy to have friends and those who understand. Though I will not lie, the cloak and dagger has me questioning. Why not show your full face then, if you all speak the same language for Muad'Dib? Why the stealth?
Tell me, when you fought the Harkonnen soldiers, you march openly? Or did you let the desert conceal your presence?
Very well. I understand then.
Question.
Well
The
then,
answer
friend.
to the question as to why do we do the things we do is because we must.
Yes. In the desert, everything is important to survive. We don't always get to choose how the battle starts or how it ends. So then, friend, how exactly will you help?
To must assist him. He'll glance in the direction where Scott went down the hall. His new woman friend.
I'm not too sure if he really needs help in that regard. He seems to be very confident.
I would advise against bedding the man.
Very well. I would ask why, but I can think of a couple of reasons.
Because you have a mission. I would urge you to stay true to it. Plus, I don't want to be, he needs a friend. Someone he can rely on. Not another woman to warm his bed. I believe he has plenty of those. Or so people allege. Tell me.
So he needs.
Tell me, Hikmat, do you believe what you see, or do you believe no?
And I believe what I know. The eyes can deceive just as easily. So then, I must help guard this man's back, is what you're saying?
Enemies crawl its palace. Blades hidden in the dark. And even worse, daggers hiding behind smiles. He is accustomed to fighting, but he is not accustomed to true loss. The loss of a loved one, the loss of a child. Tragedy, to be sure. Being betrayed by those who see him as lesser. Be expected. Which is why you must earn his trust, his friendship, much harder than fuck him, I assure you. On this planet, there are two people. You can call him friend. You must be the third. Unfortunately, cannot be both his lover and his friend right now. Becoming one would invalidate the other. Does not trust his lovers. Good reason.
And becoming this friend, this confidant for this man will help with my mission.
I believe your emperor don't spoke briefly. He is not a friend to the Bene Gesserit. Question is, want this planet to be loyal to him or the witches?
You both know my answer.
What you must do.
Very well. A pity, but the mission comes first always. What do I call you then, stranger?
Is Sir Allah, ruler
Very well.
of the great house.
That is most impressive.
suppose so. But the task ahead is even greater still.
Very well then. Will I see you again then, Peter of a great house?
Maybe in the future. I will have my agents begin slow movement. Welcome to the spider's web, Hikmat.
Well, at the very least, as long as our paths align, I look forward to this partnership.
See, Hikmat, I share your desire to be in paradise. I also want to see your planet flood with water. I will do my best to assist your people.
You nod slowly at that one. It will be the benefit for all.
Just a slow nod. Turn. Take his leave. Let's just say,
No, she just watched him go, presumably, before turning to glance back where Scott had went with his new lover, or whoever she is.
yeah, unfortunately, fuck him. He's automatically not gonna trust you.
Ah, okay. Off the list, off the list. I could find another.
Earning his
Marco's
trust
right
is
there.
not gonna be easy. But yeah, see, right. I know what the greatest task is for. Greatest challenge. This.
Restrain
You
yourself.
claim he's off the list, Red, but that's easy to say. Words are cheap.
I heard sadness in your voice when Peter explained you have to be his friends, and you can't.
I read sadness through that text.
I am in fact gonna give you my toughest battle yet. Befriend him, not fuck him.
You're right. Yeah, listen. Luckily, Grunt believed us when we said that there was favoritism. Luckily, he's up the difficulty. We've gaslit them.
We did.
As well, I'm not sure if there's anything you two want to do before Amelia returns with the letter.
I'm gonna try to hang out with Scott in a non-flirty or sexual way. I'm gonna do platonic hangout time,
Honestly,
Scott.
I think sparring with him is
Yeah.
the easiest way to do that.
I think so. I think she would spar with him. It's one of the few things that I think they have a very good common ground on.
Yeah. Cool. You'll make that request, and he'll say that once he has some time, he will definitely, as he's currently busy with court politics, as he says, flirting with the other woman.
Fucking.
Yeah, who exactly? What
Um,
exactly is the name of this court politics, Scott?
I mean, this is the way of his court politics. He's lying.
That's also true. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Jeff, we'll deliver the message then, I suppose, unopened. You won't stick your nose into this. Sink, Mr. Goldman.
Sorry, old friend, but listen.
Mr. Goldman, you've lost against her twice. That's pretty bad.
Well, listen, he's old. He was ready for retirement. So you can delete that.
Yeah, listen. Honestly, sorry, listen. You should go enjoy your pension. Boom, it's gone.
Yeah. We'll hear There's multiple ways, but yes, this probably would this message, whatever it contains, it'll probably gonna get him killed or at the very least completely like exiled from his home. As well, this is a bad time for him to make mistakes on false information, given the audit ongoing with Helheim. But as Amelia, you would return and you would hear news that House Hala is here. It's a very big celebration in the city. Honor this. As
Bold news. Okay.
well, presumably you would search for Lady Orpheus to deliver her, well, formal request of marriage from Lord Hades.
Yes, she would.
Meet with her and it will be very. She'll be a bit surprised. She won't be very surprised. She'll be a bit surprised. She'll say, "Actually, agreed. You have a golden tongue."
Yes, he did. At the end of the day, Orpheus may be Orpheus is many things, but he's also a pragmatic man. At the end of the day, the advantages of this outweigh the dangers.
And suppose accept this. No. Senator may reply back. To begin preparations for weddings.
2 weddings?
Mr. Bailey, I have a plan to assist him and then one last insult to House Helheim. After all, they did send their lady in waiting here. I plan on taking advantage of them. Turn their own little trick against themselves. So I think he will be a good administrator for Lumen.
Suppose he has proved he's competent enough at the administration of things, side of things, and he did get an arm broken for you, I suppose. Lumen. I think a city the size of Lumen should be to his skills.
Tonight, then, dinner. Of course, you will attend. The Lord Commander is there, and Lord Hala as well.
Yes, well, I will ask, because Dorian was one thing that was quite a sticking point for me was the reaction of the Lord Commander. I would like to speak with him on this matter. I have, in the past few days, prevented rash action from him.
Do you wish for me to be present? Due to this, I doubt you will attend the dinner later tonight.
Somebody will say, I'll speak with him alone. I think I can. I'll tell you what I told Dorian. Perhaps I am guilty of the sin of pride, but I do think I can say the right combination of words to him and to get him to both accept and still be present.
Shall nod. Very well. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Lady Orpheus.
we'll be able to request a private meeting with Scott. Meet with you. Welcome back, Amelia. Yeah, had quite the big news dropped on us. I don't believe they announced them, so well, I've been a bit busy the last few days.
Yes, as Amelia will say, I almost regret not being here, but I do think business hours handling, I do think it has its own value.
It was a bit surprised when I heard you left, but I assume it was important business. Don't worry, there's a fancy dinner tonight if you want to attend.
I will be attending it, but before that, I do want to inform you, Lord Aelios, that I am sure it is no surprise to you that Cassia has her own ambitions, correct?
Well, not. Was assumed that much.
Yes, well, I have recently... I've agreed to help her in a matter, and while it may seem as if I have turned cloak, I assure you I have not, as... I'll tell you this, but I will ask you to allow me to explain myself before you react. I have engineered the marriage between Lord Hades and Lady Orpheus.
Did what? I have misheard you.
I have engineered their marriage, and doing so, I will say this. Lady Orpheus believes she is... I believe she believes that she has me fully in her orbit, but I will assure you, I'm still loyal to House Aelios, and I'll tell you what I told Dorian. I have not informed her of everything I know about what is happening. The reason I've done this is that I want her to think she has the advantage.
Now, what exactly have you not told her? I suppose, like, how is it gonna?
I've not told her about the surviving Kairos child, and I've not told her about the potential attempt on her cousin's life.
How is that supposed to, like, comfort me?
Because, Lord Aelios, I will be going to speak with House Artorias on your behalf. I will get them on your side.
Ah.
House Draco is already loyal to your house. And Dorian, and I can only assume Nyx, will also be aware of the game. Let Lady Orpheus think she is ahead, think she is winning the game. And we can provide a united front in these dangerous times, and when it comes to it,
Amelia, I thought we're getting along, I suppose. I think I see what's going on. Fortunately for you, my little spy master, I'm not either Lord Hades nor Lady Orpheus. I won't play your shitty games.
do you wish to reveal to all our enemies everything we know?
It appears my enemy already knows all I know. He'll push past it.
She'll actually ask, is Dorian your enemy? Because he's the only one who knows everything.
No. But I think you are mine.
And why is that?
Ambitious people rarely are friends. You'll continue walking.
What do you think my ambition is? Enlighten me.
You need to give me a communicate to like even stop him from just leaving this.
Yeah? Does charm apply here?
I think so, if you're gonna try to be charming with him. Right now, very frank and very, try to, but yeah, I'll let you apply it.
What driver applies here? The problem is Amelia's realization that she can achieve power with this is kind of in the back of her mind. That's not actually her driving factor right now. I'd say duty, because Amelia still thinks she's doing this for the good of Azar. I will humbly ask Gal once again, because I have a goldfish brain for remembering momentum and threat.
If there is no momentum, there is 2 threat, right?
Well, I can buy 3 more.
Yeah.
I will buy 3 more. No, why shouldn't I buy 3 more? Six successes. Samantha will she'll actually ask that, but then, if you'll allow me, Grunt, she'll actually carry on and she'll say, I remember the fires with Aelios. I remember the burning bodies. I remember the mass grave my parents are pushed into.
He just leaves. He doesn't listen.
As Amelia will follow him. Amelia will not like stop, like, because at this point, like, she's into it. She will say, my ambition is for peace on Azar.
He like stops, turns to you. Not sure if you're trying to lie to me or to yourself right now. He'll turn around and we'll keep going.
She'll continue. No, she'll continue to follow. She'll say, "What game are you playing? What game are you playing, Lord Commander?" Because I told Dorian, you are not the fool everyone thinks you are. I don't know what game you're playing, but I'd very much like to know.
Ah. Would like to know. See, question now is, are you frustrated because you can't just lie to me like you lied to the others? I've seen plenty of ambitious people. Also talk with people who lie to themselves. And the problem is, I'm not sure which one are you? See, unlike Dorian and unlike Cassia, I'm not nice, I'm not soft. All things as they are. It's too off, doesn't it? Makes me think. Probably right. Only question is, are you aware of it, or is this still an act? At the very least, Dorian was always, well, he likes to think he was secret, but I always knew what opinion he had of me. I know what opinion Cassia has of me. I know what opinion my wife has of me. I know how people view me around here and would not give shits. But it is always amusing when I see people deluding themselves. And stability and greater good and it's a lot of fucking bullshit. Everyone wants power. Or some fucking form of it. It's not power, it's control. Sometimes it's both. Just, well, dress it in different forms.
Mia will,
You, Amelia, you're no different than the fucking rest of them.
Mia will cut in at that. If you want. If you want. Cassie may have rebuilt the city, but I still know. I can still take you to the street corner where I lost everything. Everything was taken from me the blink of an eye. I can still take you to that street corner. I can take you to that street corner where Dennis's men found me and offered me to be part of something more than just a beggar on the fucking streets. I can take you to the street corner where I swore that no girl would have to go through what I went through. Doubt me.
When did your personal ambition overwhelm your sense of justice?
When he says that, yeah, she says that, Amelia will. It's a moment where it looks like the anger, the indignation is gonna fucking flare up, explode out, but it will deflate. I don't know.
Have fun at dinner. Enjoy the games people play at certain events. I'm gonna go hang out with people who at least pretend better than you at being my friends. He'll again turn and take his leave.
Mia will just. She will not follow him this time. She'll just repeat to herself. I don't know.
On that scene,